We're back. It's the Anime Podcast. And it's a Thursday night. Episode 112. We're talking about Star Wars Vision. And what the hell we've been doing over the past couple weeks. Because we haven't done a show. And we're here to have a good time. It's Halloween that's coming this weekend. And Christmas and stores already have Christmas trees up and Christmas decorations. So they're already fast approaching the new year like it's nothing. So let's talk about it. Let's have a good time. And let's see our lovely, beautiful faces. And hear Sam break the bars in a 3, in a 2, in a 1.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the episode of the Anime Lately Podcast. I am your host, Sam the Manga Man, and here with me are my brotakus. Introducing us, we have the devilishly handsome tiefling in the Black Clover community. He is a great love for Trigon and my hero, but unfortunately not Hunter x Hunter. He's the Hurricane Typhoon, Legend Vash, the engaged, wholesome pancakes and cheese lover, aka Cheese Nuts, aka Cheese Stroke, aka the pet loser, the man who lost some waifus in the past 3 months, Miguel. Our next Brotaku, he is the CEO of Careful Spoilers Podcast Network, the host of Careful Spoilers Show, Villains. Founder of the No Anime, No Life Facebook group, he is JB, exclusive the invincibly talented James Barnes. And last but certainly not least, our sister on the Anime Lately team, the boss of Spicy Lady Entertainment, the conversation of Spicy Lady Talks podcast, the iconic gamer of Spicy Lady Gaming, a fighter for diversity, representation, and entertainment. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome for the lovely Spicy Lady, Ashanti. How are y'all doing?
Yeah.
I'm just saying, I'm just seeing mass spoilers of Black Clover on my timeline. I'm like, damn. I get it.
Time for me to look for Black Clover spoilers.
I knew it wasn't What's funny about that is that I was watching the Shonen Ronin that me and Sam missed last week, and somehow me and Sam died. When James and Ray just killed us.
You didn't die. You were in the Shadow Realm.
And then we just got Monster Reborn, because I guess we just monsters out here for Halloween. And I love it how Ray is always caught by Black Clover spoilers on the time, like he be saying. And I'm like, what's funny, I haven't been spoiled by Black Clover in a long time, in the past couple of months. So I just find it funny now how Ray is the one that's biting the dust for that, and me, I'm just the one chilling. But the first time in months, I just see a Black Clover spoiler, I'm like, damn, I probably spoke too soon. Definitely spoke too soon.
I mean, you can't filter words in Twitter, right?
You can.
Yeah.
But it's pictures, it's panels. Because people did have to be posting panels and no text. I'm like, so go to IG for that then.
I mean, it's still better than what's Facebook's new name now? Meta.
Yo, it sounds like evil corporation.
Yo, I really gotta ask about that. I've been working all day. I don't know what the fuck is going on, James.
I was like,
you're the tech guy.
Is Mark somehow trying to be Abed or something like that? Of him saying meta? I don't know. Is it something like this?
He's trying to be meta by changing the name of his company to Meta.
So, like, is that all he did? Like, just change it, or is there more to it?
No, I mean, they just wanted to change the name of Facebook, and that's what they chose. Meta.
Just straight up Meta. Yeah, Deadass just changed the name to Meta.
Maybe this should have just had the Spirit Halloween. Just for that, just have that title. Let's have that replacement for the good week.
It sounds like a company. Freaking what's his name from Superman with makeup? Bro, why am I drawing a blank? The ball guy. Why am I drawing a blank on the DC character? Luther, yeah, something like a corporation that he would come up with. Not just houses, like superhumans.
I mean, I would say Luthor is more like with Elon Musk, but still, like, yeah, that works too. That could work too. But yeah, Meta, it just does not work. And just to have that name change and everything after like 20 years, Facebook.
So it's crazy. So
he's rich. Who gives a shit?
So I was laughing because of what Spicy just said. That in their pin tweet, they're saying announcing at Meta, the Facebook company, new name. Meta's helping to build the metaverse, and I'm like, is he
That is
speaking
so
like?
cringy.
Wait,
I'm like,
it said that for
it
real?
says it here in the pin tweet. The Facebook company, new name, Meta, is helping to build the metaverse, a place where we will play and connect in 3D. Welcome to the next chapter of social connection.
Don't be surprised if your kids go missing in the next weeks because they're out here taking kids and experimenting. Because what the heck?
It is clever to a degree, you know, because they do have like Oculus and like they have like the Rifts and the Quest and all that stuff. So they do have like the VR experiences. Like they just added like podcasts to Meta and all of these other different things. So it's like it is kind of clever marketing wise, but I just don't care for the name.
It is because I guess the metaverse is Facebook, IG, WhatsApp, and I think there's one more app that's social. Let me see, because there's a whole icon here.
Yeah, exactly.
Snapchat?
Like Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp. You have everything with Oculus.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it is their own verse. You know what I mean? So,
But
it's fitting for marketing.
But it's weird coming from a Facebook or / Meta social media. Like, when it's not coming from a comic book or like anime or manga or like some book, but it comes from a social handle. I'm like, I guess it works.
I mean, I wouldn't say Meta is like a good translation for.
Steve says it's a cult.
It probably is.
It sounds like one.
Welcome to the Meta, my brothers and sisters.
I mean, you know, allegedly they do some shady shit over at Facebook. There was a whistleblower.
Oh
that
yes,
revealed a bunch
I remember
of crazy
that
shit about Meta. But yeah, that's a different podcast.
I mean, like, if it steers away from the Illuminati, okay, all good. Yeah, let's talk about the Meta cult.
Yo, I remember back in the day when I was a kid. I know this is a whole tangent, but when I was a kid, I used to like read or like to be curious about the Illuminati. You know, like who was part of it, like who was actually big in worship. I was like just so curious about that shit. It's fucking wild of how crazy it is. Like a lot of people actually believe in that and actually part of that or not, but it's just so crazy.
Yeah, I mean that shit might be
so
actually be
you
real.
Don't believe in the Illuminati?
that could also be Facebook's of Meta already. It's just
Boy,
you have to give it a name of Illuminati.
Boy, if I did, I would say that we'll have 1 million subscribers right now. So if y'all watching Illuminati heads, hey, I'll support.
Now you trying a shout out
Right.
for the Illuminati.
Oh my god, they don't need your support.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, no offense, we don't have anything to offer them. They need people in power positions.
Hey, I know some people from the cartel.
Oh my god.
Right.
Right. Don't you do not want to have the FBI on us. In fact, you don't want
We're live.
you don't want to have Thanos on us.
Oh,
You don't
Yo,
Sicario on us.
Eternals comes out next week. I can't wait to find out what they're
It's
talking about
close.
Thanos.
Very close.
It's getting close.
I
Man.
really can't wait to find out that comment. Be like, yeah, they fought Thanos and the brought back after a snap. Like, I want to know more about the context. Like, give me more of that conversation. That's what I want to know.
Yeah, I agree.
Like, that's what I want to know. So I can't wait.
There's a lot about Eternals I'm excited for.
I heard the average was pretty decent, right? 74% on Rotten Tomatoes.
I never.
That might be the audience rating. I don't think.
Oh, that's the audience
Last time I checked, it was like 63.
What?
Oh,
that's
kinda low.
That is low.
So it's kind of the same thing. Like it's world building, right? Like this was
Yeah.
this was the movie to do world building. So because you're doing world building from the dawn of time up to this point, like post Endgame Phase 4, right? So we're talking about the creation of the universe, the Celestials, the Eternals, them saving the people of Earth 7,000 years from our present time up to present time. So there's so much to do. So it's like, I guess there might be not enough action for most people compared to other MCU movies or shows, but yeah, I don't care. I know what I'm getting myself into.
On Rotten Tomatoes, it's 62%.
62% now, yeah.
And audience score don't have one yet.
I mean, audience score usually it's higher than
terrible.
But I never have care Rotten Tomatoes for the I never have care for it. So like for me, watch it, I watch it, and if I don't, I don't. But Like I hear
I
more.
like it. I like it because I like seeing different people's opinions. Like,
Oh, yeah, of
especially
course.
a movie that I love, and then
Yeah.
seeing someone else's like review that just absolutely fucking hates it. I love it.
Oh yeah, that is definitely different. But I definitely forgot about this, and Ashton brought it up. Crunchyroll and Adult Swims are teaming up, and I totally forgot about it. I think that was the news from last week or 2 weeks
I mean,
ago.
they've always been teaming up. Like,
Yeah,
they've had,
the princess. What's it called? Anime. Frina. Yeah, that's their collaboration. And they have another one coming out soon. So this is like a new one.
Yeah,
there's
like for a while.
Fina just finished too. Like literally finished last week. Then there's like other projects that Crunchyroll and Adult Swim are doing.
Mm-hmm.
I think something involving what's that movie called? 2049.
Blade Runner.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Like that project is coming. That's coming soon, I believe, as well.
So, I like the old one. The old one was nice, although there wasn't any black people in it for it to be a futuristic setting movie, but it was still good.
Which version did you watch though?
The old original one with what's his name?
Harrison Ford.
Yeah, Harrison Ford.
No, but I'm saying because the
only the final cut exists. If you didn't watch the final cut, you did.
I think that one was on. I think that was on Netflix. So I think I did watch
4 versions of it, right, James?
I watched the one.
There's 3
or 4. So there's 3 or 4, but
there's 3. There's a theatrical, director's cut, final cut.
Okay, so there's 3 then.
I think Netflix had the final cut on there when it was on there.
It's the only one that matters.
I love the final cut for many reasons. For I love the final cut. I still need to watch
theatrical, whichever one it is, the theatrical or the director's cut that has all the narration in it because they thought audiences would be too stupid to get
it was way too much. It wasn't that. It was way too much narration, and it was just too much. I'm like, yo, if this was the case, why don't you just read us like a whole bedtime story? Because when I watched, I think it was just the director's cut. I fell asleep, James. When I watched the director's cut, I fell asleep. I'm like, dang, Spice. I felt like I was reading some type of, watching some type of thing that's like meant for like a blind person or deaf person. I forgot what it is. Like it was giving you a whole narration of what we're watching. I'm like, we're supposed to watch and assume what we're watching. Don't tell us.
And it's really unenthusiastic narration too, because Harrison Ford didn't want to do it. He didn't want to do the narration.
It was so boring.
The final cut exists, so that's the only thing that matters. Again,
because I watched that one and I watched the one with my God, I'm drawing blanks, but the recent one that came out like a year or 2 ago.
Yeah, with Ryan Gosling and Harrison Ford.
Yeah. That one was okay. It wasn't like great.
Masterpiece.
Cinematically it was, but like story I was like, yeah, sounds about like.
I still haven't watched it, but I know the visual shots are godly beautiful.
Oh yeah, it was the whole thing.
Blade Runner is all about the exploration of what is the meaning of humanity. And spoilers, but for Kay to go on this journey of thinking that he was actually human, only to not find out and to find out that his memories were implanted. Oh fuck yeah, Vash hasn't seen it. Oh sorry.
I mean,
you just Vashed me. Wow,
I did.
And good thing I was not paying attention.
This is the first time.
Yeah, you weren't paying attention. That's awesome.
I did.
It was really riveting to me. So
I was, but subconsciously I was trying to ignore it out.
It wasn't Dave Bautista in it too in the beginning.
Yeah,
I love that fight scene.
Time, but he was great.
Yeah,
he was. Damn, I'm so happy for him. Wow, but damn,
that beginning fight scene was like, I mean, I did like that fight scene. So I was like, okay, it was cool. But overall, it was brilliant. Cool.
Oh man,
Shenmue animation. Oh yeah, Shenmue animation, bro. They announced the Shenmue anime like 2-3 years ago, and we're just now getting it. So
I'm still waiting for Uzumaki animation from Adult Swim.
Yeah,
it's been like 2-3 years now.
Yeah, because the whole thing, these things got delayed because Shenmue was announced like 2-3
twice.
Crunchyroll awards ago. I remember they announced it, so it's like, dang.
I mean, like it was perfect for like the Halloween, and I remember watching the trailer for it, and it was creepy.
Yeah,
and it literally fit.
It could also transition for that. Remember a couple weeks ago, if I'm correct, Disney wants to jump into animation.
I mean,
You know,
they
do the
kind of
anime?
already
The anime,
have
yeah.
been jumping in. They've already involved with anime in
Yeah,
general, though.
But
I mean,
just find it like I don't know if y'all saw the timeline, but a lot of people were thinking that they was gonna produce anime, but a lot of people don't know that it's mostly what technically Amazon Prime is doing and technically what Netflix is doing. Like all
Yeah.
they do is just license it.
licensing.
They
it.
probably
Just
but
give
distribute
Disney,
it.
yeah, but
Like-
Disney's done it before with their ugly anime comic book Avengers like cartoon things with like Madhouse or whatever. So it's not like they're like
Yeah,
new to this. It's just
unfortunately,
they're not
those exist,
popular.
and like they're staying within Netflix.
I try to
They're not
watch it.
catching
I just
Disney Plus.
I never
It
finished
made,
it.
it made my eyes hurt because again, it was Pokemon, but then like the Avengers were like a different art style than what these new
Yeah,
Oh,
you're
no, the
talking
one-
about-
characters were.
You're talking about Disc Wars. So the Wolverine
Yeah.
series was actually really good.
Oh, yeah, that was entertaining.
That was really
X-
good. But
the
yeah,
X-Men
Disc
one and
Wars.
the-
I
The
could
dub,
not
by the
get
way,
into it.
do
I could
not-
get into it.
Do not watch the Wolverine
The X-Men
dub.
and it-
I couldn't. I was telling Sam every time I watch it.
Yeah,
it
you
was
were
just
so turned
not
off.
Great.
And I was so like, why are
Isn't
you
that with
doing
Steve
this to
Blum?
yourself? No,
No,
No? Oh,
that's
okay,
not with
okay,
Steve
never
Blum. No, but it was just not good. Like I was.
it was
I-
the skinny Wolverine guy.
Yeah, with a red jacket,
Animation.
and he had to go to Japan, and he had to fight. I forgot what's his face, but he's some Russian Weapon X type of program dude, and he has some type of whiplash type of power, and it's just
Oh.
like it was entertaining. Like Jim said, the Wolverine show, I finished it. It was I think 8 or 12 episodes. Entertaining. This was made by Madhouse. The sub, great. I had to switch it after episode 4 or during episode 4, but I'm like, nah, my G, I can't.
What was,
like,
what was the one with the girl? She was Japanese. The X-Men went to Japan, and she had like this like shield like mecha type of ability. I forgot her name, but like Emma Frost was like her mentor.
oh, that was the
That one.
that
That was
was
the
the
movie,
That
wasn't it?
was
No,
the,
that was
that
the
was the animated-
X-Men anime.
Yeah,
that was
okay,
the X-Men
anime, yeah.
anime.
I did like that one too.
That was good. I actually did finish that one as well.
That's one
Um,
with Steve Bloom. As I just realized.
yeah, I think that was one with Steve Blum, but it could have been better. But I enjoyed the Wolverine one more. The
Yeah.
X-Men dub wasn't that bad as the dub for the Wolverine, but I feel like with Disney doing anime, I feel like I have hope in them where they know that they don't want to waste money. They want to spend money and get good money in return and get more ads and more people to their stuff. But I'm curious to know, do you think they will put it in Hulu, or do you guys think they will put it in the Disney itself?
I mean, itself, because they already have
Yeah,
their
definitely
own
Disney
streaming
Plus.
service.
Yeah.
Like, why shouldn't they use it on their own like platform and everything?
Because they need they need like new properties to add on, because right now it's the same, ones I'm pretty sure everyone's already watched. So
Mhm.
by adding new stuff
Yeah.
onto this there, it's gonna keep people subscribed basically.
I just
I mean,
And the site is also gonna get an upgrade where they're gonna add like a Fox section, and then there's gonna be
Yeah.
like other
Yeah,
sections
that's
think-
gonna be nice.
I
like
think-
higher rated content.
that's at the beginning of next year, right?
I don't remember.
I don't
I
remember.
don't remember.
Okay.
But like, I mean, if we were also thinking about like Disney Plus from other like outside of outside the states, they already have like anime, like My Hero Academia, and other movies and other stuff. Disney Plus, it's its own streaming platform like Hulu and Netflix kind of sort of stuff. It's just outside of it, so they just need to do something within the states of what they want to do with anime in general.
Do you have any hype or any type of future potentials for what Disney could do with this? Because my hope is bring back fucking
They-
Spider-Man. That's my hope. Like
Oh
bring
my
back some
God,
Spider-Man
yes.
cartoons. Like bring
Miles
back
Morales Spider-Man would be dope if
Like,
they did that.
do actually some cartoons or some type of Avengers cartoons that are actually good with
or
anime.
Penny.
Oh yes.
I would love to see like a Penny anime Spider-Man type thing. I think that would be dope as hell.
Yeah.
Because her character is cool. Like I read her little one-shot comic that Marvel was doing during into the verse, and I really liked her comic.
Disney already is already like going to be creating more anime. They're going to do their Twisted Wonderland anime series.
Oh yes, I remember that. That's in the world of Alice in the Wonderland, right?
No, it's Disney villains.
Oh,
Oh.
It's like Disney's like Japan's own Disney villains of their own creation.
Oh.
So,
So it's like Snow White type of villains, like those, or like original?
yeah, I forgot what that show is called, but like Disney create the whole like the child, the Descendants.
Yeah, I
and
was
stuff
gonna
like
say
that.
Descendants. So yeah.
Yeah, that's what Twisted Wonderland kind of is.
Okay.
It's a more Japan version.
I like Descendants.
But then, like, like how Japan can do it is literally like it's actually good-looking people,
Dang.
and not kids.
Dang. Hey, don't hate on China McClan, okay? I liked her in Descendants.
They're also doing Tatami Time Machine Blues.
Okay.
Black Rock Shooter, Downfell, Summertime Rendering Anime, and I think a couple more of it. I could definitely see Disney funding these animes and let Japan studios to make it.
True.
One anime I'd love to see done funded by Disney with Disney characters, but made by anime, because I know they're gonna do so much extra type of shit. The Incredibles. Oh, that is anime potential. And
I want a series, actually. I want a whole Disney series of this. I don't need series. Yeah, I don't need an anime. I want a limited series. They did that for Monsters Inc. They could do it for Incredibles.
Yeah, they did.
Thank you. And they have superpowers. Like you have Dash,
the score would be amazing.
Who is super speed. And Samuel Jackson saying, "Where's my super suit?" I would love to hear that.
I don't think Samuel Jackson will come back for that. I think
because it could if anything that can use the Incredible world, like the Incredibles, that world universe, have their own My Hero Academia kind of.
See, this is what I'm leaning to.
Situation now.
And also have more of the mom, in the motorcycle driving. That's some dope shit.
Oh my gosh! But that'd be cool if like Dash and Violet kind of go to Dash goes like a college for superheroes now.
That would be amazing.
Like an advanced heroes, because they can't be the only like superhero family in town.
Like that is some actual potential. Like the Incredibles as anime,
cool.
Like that's some.
Or just Jack. Oh yeah, I would love to see Jack.
He's broken. I really want to see what can he grow up with inspired, because that's a broken character.
Beyond broken.
Very.
One other anime that I would like to get revised from Disney, because a lot of people are, fans. I'm not sure if James grew up with it, but I know Spicy, myself, and Sam. American Dragon Jake Long.
Okay, I heard it was. It's not a good rewatch. That
it's not a good rewatch. It's not a good rewatch.
Fixing of what
I feel like it's possible to do a reboot, but for our generation and this current timeline, maybe not. May not actually be a good idea to do.
But yes, of course, they could rework a lot of stuff, because they have a couple of things they need to fix with the relationship with certain characters and the language, the art, the art itself. Because trust me, the art is outdated. But I feel like this show could actually come back very well.
I mean, like Disney already has a lot in its libraries of creating like a short series shows, like what Steve just said, Monsters Inc.'s the Up TV series. I think they hit the dog. I think
Doug's getting his own series. Show? Yeah,
it's very short. It's very short.
Of what?
The movie Up.
Oh yeah, Up, yeah.
It's literally the dog's TV show kind of thing. Yes,
I saw that promoted. I think like 4 or 6 episodes. Yeah, I saw that promoted somewhere.
Yeah, it's very short. It's like 10 minutes episode. But for other Disney shows and movies from Pixar, there's a lot. They could technically do the whole Finding Nemo series if they wanted to as well.
Oh, who can't wait for the Lightyear of our boy Buzz?
Oh
I'm actually looking forward to that. I liked it. I was looking like, oh, that's a very good trailer for this. Okay.
No lie, I'm not a Toy Story fan. Like, yes, show your eyes. I might be the only one here. Okay. My childhood best friend Sean, he's a big Toy Story fan. Me, the only thing I got from those movies is You Got a Friend in Me. Other than that, I don't give 2 fucks about any of most of those characters. Still have not seen Toy Story 4. Do I plan to in the future? Most likely when I got kids.
I haven't watched number 4 either.
Oh, yeah, okay, cool. I'm not the only one. Chat, if you have not seen Toy Story 4, please let me know because I hope I'm not the only
I
one.
still need to see 4.
Oh, damn, we have not all seen the Toy Story 4.
But I love Toy Story.
I don't know. Like, I never got attached to it. Maybe if I do a rewatch with
I think
my wife,
the first
maybe?
movie was before our time, though. The first movie was like
I think.
late 80s, wasn't it?
No way.
No, it was
Damn,
not early.
Sam.
It was early. It was like early
89,
mid.
wasn't it?
It
Isn't
was
it
like
89?
95.
Oh, 95. Really?
It came out when you was born. Damn, Sam
A
said.
year after I was born, but
Shit, Sam about to say
wasn't
like
born yet.
89. I'm like, damn, it did not come out that long. Damn, it literally
But
about
I
to
was kinda
hit 30
more of like
years.
I was more of like a
Shit.
Woody fan. I didn't really care for Buzz that much, but I
I
did
like
watch.
this animated. I like
Yeah,
this
I was gonna
anime
say
TV show.
I did watch the cartoon that came out on Disney.
I totally forgot
was
about that show.
interesting.
But
Yeah.
I liked it.
I did like Woody because he was a player. You know, he was flirting and everything. He
And
was a
Tom
sweet talker.
Hanks.
So was
So-
Buzz in this TV show too. Like
Yeah,
I
he
did
was.
watch.
He
I
was.
did watch his Buzz show when I was a kid. I do not remember Woody's show, but to relate to what I was saying, this Buzz movie when James shared, I was at work. I was like, hold up, I'm gonna go to the bathroom real quick because I want to see this shit. So I was like, yo, this shit looks hype. Like the animation reminded me so much of Star Wars. Like for some reason, the shot when he was staring from his room, I think, and staring at the window, and he just saw a planet. It felt so much like Star Wars. I'm like, is this? Do we have some type of like some fans from Star Wars that's doing this show? Because this felt like a Star Wars shot right here, and the score was really good from what I heard in the background. The story plot looks interesting, even though they didn't spoil too much. Because I was trying to figure out the story plot, but it was literally him trying to save somebody else and him working with other light years or other people in his squad. So it looks hella dope.
Space Command Rangers.
Yes, the bit on Space Command, right? I totally forgot.
Oh my, get it right. But no,
Like I said,
it
not a
seems-
big fan of Toy Story, so you know. cut me
It
some
seems
slack.
so serious.
Or is it
to what
Star Command? I can't remember.
of Star Command.
Star Command? Yeah, because he would say incoming Star Command. Buzz Lightyear here, you know, his hand. But I think like the outfits seem very like misplaced because like you know you just think like toy, you think Toy Story. So seeing like in this like semi-serious movie, I was like,
And this is voiced by Chris
Obviously.
Evans too.
yeah, Christopher Maurice Evans, you know, like
They gave the whole government name.
really interesting to see. But yeah, the shots were beautiful, especially him flying near the sun. Like that whole scene was like, I'm
That
like,
whole
oh
scene
my
was
god, this went
beautiful.
off for no reason.
They had to play David Bowie in this
Yeah,
music.
yeah.
I was like, this is so good. Like, it actually got me hyped. Like, yo, like, I was excited for this Buzz. Like, at first, when it was announced, I think last year, I was like, oh, Buzz Lightyear, voiced by Chris Evans?
I was
you know, not
really
like-
hyped for that, man.
Yeah, I was
thought it
actually
a great
interested. I
idea.
wasn't. I
It
was
was correct.
interested into
We
this.
spoke about it.
fits.
We spoke about it last year on the Anime Podcast, and I think I was the only one that was not that hyped for it. But after the trailer, I'm actually very intrigued. I'm like, yo, I actually want this.
And of course, Twitter like went and like just
Yeah, the
edited
weave.
character.
Yeah, the weave.
like,
I saw that. I'm like,
Even
yo.
Boss Logic did it too.
Yo, when he did it too, I'm like, damn, even he did it? That means, like,
Funny.
I really wonder how does he get to these memes? Like, I'm like, does his friends kind of forward to it? Or does he just
He
be
gets
scrolling on the
paid.
timeline?
He gets paid by Marvel and them now to do that. Like, you know, like he's been doing this for so long, I think. Like
Makes sense.
Boss Logic's
Yeah, I mean,
Boss Logic's been
he
along for a
was
while.
paid to do the Assassin's Creed Valhalla cover.
And the
Oh,
He
he
gets
the
early access to all this shit.
exactly and the Black Adam like promo teaser
Yeah.
thing, he did that too. So it's
He
like
actually he did it on YouTube Live. Well, it was a playback. So he did a playback of like a time lapse of him doing the Valhalla cover. It was really, really sick.
Oh, shit.
But yeah, it's Buzz Lightyear's head on top of Chris Evans' body from Knives Out, and he's holding a small. Ooh, it's fucking hilarious.
James,
I did
can you
see
send it to
that.
group chat? Because I haven't seen that one.
Yeah, Boss Logic posted. I'm gonna share it right now.
that was funny.
And Steve is totally right. I want a Big Hero 6 as well. A Big Hero 6.
Weren't they-
Didn't they do an anime? Didn't they do
They
like
did
a
it.
cartoon
Yeah, I
series?
They
was
did a
gonna say,
cartoon,
didn't
but
they-
it
It was a
didn't do that
series?
well.
It
Yeah.
was a series. Yeah.
It was 2 seasons. It was 2 seasons. It just didn't do that well.
I think I actually want to see how Zurg will look like in this Buzz Lightyear movie.
True.
Because we don't technically know the entire how
Oh,
the story
sorry.
is gonna go.
3 seasons. It was 3 seasons. It was started in 2017. I thought it was 2 seasons. Wow, but it's 3 seasons, and in total, wow.
That-
Yeah, I'm
that's
sure we'll
perfect.
see Zurg in the movie. I mean, how would you not like?
Man, what's the main antagonist? Like, come on.
Not the whole robot toy thing. Not the from Toy Story robot, but yeah,
Darkwing Duck remake, Ashton. Now you're talking.
Ooh.
they can do
Talking.
it. They should definitely do it. They did. I mean,
Interesting.
if they did Ducktales, they could do Darkwing.
Weren't there
Ash is dying.
I'm dying because the picture that. Of course,
oh dang.
I'm just crying.
That's good though. That's
That's
really
good.
good.
Yeah,
That
Bob
actually was
Logic?
really good.
He's good at his skills, you know. That's why you get the big bucks. But damn, that shit looks good. I'm sorry. Whew, that shit was funny. Whew.
For guys who don't know, I just sent the link to the live chat. If you guys want to take a look at it, but it does look good though, for sure.
Wow. But yeah, I would like to see what the Toy Story brings on what Light Buzz here. And do you think they would do like a movie 2 if it does well, or do you think they already have it planned or in the works, or you think they're just waiting? Or would you guys want that? Like, see if there's a
There's
spin-off,
already-
you know, maybe for
I
Woody or
don't
something.
want one, but I'm sure they already have like plans to make one if this one does well, which it will.
They take their
I'm
time.
sure.
They want to like see how successful it would work, and then they will like add more money like for it. Like,
Dude,
okay, let's get more
fucking
projects
Captain
to this.
America is Buzz Lightyear. Everyone is going to go watch it.
This is
Literally everyone.
True. This is
It's going to
true.
make a bunch of money. Chris Evans has already said like how like honored he is to be doing voice acting with animation, how much he likes it and respects the craft. So it's like, yeah, I mean, he'll be in for a sequel. They will make another one. That's just hundreds of millions of dollars just sitting on a table. They're taking it.
I mean, play more space music too. Because there's still one more David Bowie music that they need to play. And I'm pretty sure that's gonna be it might actually be in the movie Space Odyssey. That's all that's left.
If it's Space Odyssey, oh my god, that worked perfectly. Holy damn.
Yeah, that's entire music. Literally, it's all about space.
But I heard a spoiler that the villain for Lightyear might be Mephisto. Remember, you heard that here first, guys? That the villain for Lightyear is Mephisto. I said.
No
Annoying.
lie, no lie. I believe James for 2.5 seconds. The one he said Mephisto, like my face was like, bro, really?
Like gets
Really?
the screenshot and zooms in on like the proof, like see.
Captain America, you thought you could escape from this in this universe? No.
Like, bro, like this ain't wait 24 more hours. Like we're gonna be on
The
villains. We can
multiverse
say that.
crashes and Mephisto ends up in the Toy Story universe.
Oh my god.
Oh, and then we're gonna have the Watcher there. That makes
Stop,
sense. He
bro.
can see all things.
Not the
Oh, the
Watcher.
Watcher's face. He's bald. He's technically the lead commander of the Star Command. That's what makes sense.
You guys are funny.
Wow, damn. Lightyear. Can't believe that
Yeah,
movie is
man,
actually
very,
happening.
very excited for it. But you guys want to get into Visions, like, because there's a lot of stuff to talk about, and I would love to get into some of these episodes, unless there was other news that we wanted to talk about.
Does news worthy? Yeah. Well, there was a quick.
the voice actor for Frieza.
Yes. Sam.
That
or-
Chris. Yes, the legendary voice actor Chris Ayres has passed away last week, or I think it was the week before. For those who don't know, he's actually the voice actor for Frieza in all Dragon Ball Z series, Dragon Ball Super, everything involved into it. He's also done a lot of voice acting in Log Horizon. He's also done a lot of like previous like old anime series for sure. Like it's but the most memorable one that everybody's gonna remember is Frieza, and it is a really harsh loss for the anime world society. But yeah.
Yeah, man. Like
Would
I have to be honest, like, cause I mean he's not the original, like the original Frieza voice actor, right? Like he changed with like, didn't he come in with Kai and then he did everything after that, or was
No,
he the
he's
original?
he original
Okay, okay.
like
Oh,
from like Dragon Ball Z,
Man,
Reservation F, Xenoverse, everything. He literally like was stuck to his guns, Frieza the entire time, no changes.
that's crazy,
It's,
man. It just shows you how like short life is.
yeah, can't agree more. Like
yeah.
it's a big loss. We're not sure how it will affect with the Dragon Ball movie or the series that's going to come afterwards, if there will be one. But Funimation will have to recast Frieza voice if they want to continue Frieza within the story and stuff, and that's going to be hard. But it's the definition of the show must go on. The series has to go on. If Japan still adds Frieza into the show or series, or if they want to animate the Dragon Ball Super series where the manga is currently, then yeah, they will have to recast Frieza, and we have to do what they have to do.
it's gonna be a hard thing because I know like many voice actors go through that, and many actors that have to go through that. It's a very tough position because you kind of have to
How you follow
replace.
up with
Yeah,
this?
like
Yeah.
Yeah. So
cause a lot of people.
real quick for clarification. Yeah. So yeah, he wasn't the original voice actor. He came in with Kai and then did it from Kai on to and
Mhm.
beyond. Because I remember it being a woman that did it in English, and that's the voice that I remember. And then
Mm-hmm.
it changed after Kai, which I still love. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
He still does a great job. But the voice that I remember, what is her name? Linda Young.
because
Okay.
That's the voice that plays in my head.
that's what I was gonna bring up as well because he also started in the games actually. Um, in the Dragon Ball Z games, he started back in 2010 and 2011 in Ultimate Tenkaichi, and I'm like, okay, so he started like in 2010, and then with Kai and everything. So I'm like, okay, makes sense why Funimation's just stay with him for the next 10 plus years later. So it makes sense because he did a great job.
Yeah, I mean he gets it. Like he perfectly captures Frieza, the laugh. Like the Frieza laugh is a huge thing for me. That smirk that he does too. Like he perfectly captures Frieza, dude. Like there's no complaints. So rest in peace to an amazing voice actor, man.
It's a tough loss, but I hope for the best for him and his family, and
His
for
wife as well.
for him and his family and everything, because it's a tough position when you lose a partner like that.
It's a huge loss in the community. But hopefully we could all like hopefully we do what we need to do. Funimation, if they want to recast, or if they want to continue, we definitely encourage new voice actors to join the anime community. We support them. We definitely want you guys to definitely see Chris Ayres as one of the inspirational, legendary voice actors to look up to learn from. And yeah, still keep striving to be the voice actor. We can move on to the next. We can move on to Star Wars Visions.
Sweet.
Okay. So the series very good, and even if it was a short series, and technically, Disney Animate purchased the licensing, and actually, technically Disney has to allow the anime studios to do these series and shorts though, because Star Wars is now
It's their
Disney.
IP.
It's their rights, their everything. So hey studios, you want to do Star Wars? Hell, fucking yes, we want to do Star Wars. We had Studio Colorado. We had We have Studio Trigger, Studio Chizo, so many famous
Trigger did like
studios.
3 of them, right?
Yeah, Trigger did a
Yes.
lot of them.
They had they had their fun. They had to. Like, if you guys love like Guru Lagann or Premiere and all that stuff like that, you know they had to go big, go mecha crazy kind of thing like that.
And I loved it, dude. That Twins episode is one of my favorites. It was very hard to choose a favorite episode because there's like 3 to 4 of them that I think are just like amazing, dude. So yeah, it's gonna be interesting trying to lock down a favorite.
I always the memorable one was definitely the first one for me. The whole there's this Ronin just going into a village like that. He just was just passing by and stuff like that. But the base of the Siths or the Republic were like pretty much was like terrorizing the entire village and everything and picking them off of everything from they have. And then you have this woman who has this unique kind of lightsaber umbrella kind of thing.
I love
That was
bro.
sick.
First of all, that was sick. How she revealed her hair was sick. Like I
Right?
like I said, I love the half part of the episode because just her whole antithesis was like my favorite. I loved it. Like I liked everything else, but like I really liked the ending of the episode because she was just badass. Like I loved it.
I think that was the one with Studio Colorado.
Yeah, I think so.
And then like you have this Ronin coming in, didn't want to be involved but just got involved anyway, and you see his lightsaber which is the Sith red lightsaber. It's the same. It's like, wait, you're a Sith and yet you're a traitor to this. Like, I'm not a Sith, I've just used this for protection and this is what I do. And it's like, oh, okay.
That was one of my favorite sick things because they're exploring that it's a lot more than just light and dark, good and evil. Just because I use my rage and my anger and my emotions to channel my power, and my use of the Force does not innately make me an evil person. So I love that he's using what the Sith used to collect and destroy them. So really, really love that. Respect it.
And you see his collection of red kyber crystals, just literally like these are just used for protection and like all the Siths that he's killed, and then he gives one to the child. Like, here, use this. This is for protection. That's like, you know what? That's sick. Yeah, words off evil. Definitely that was a sick one. Second episode, Tattoon Raspidi.
This one was on my Studio Colorado.
Yeah. So this was my least favorite.
I thought it was cute.
Yeah, I thought this was boring as shit. I couldn't wait for it to be over. It was the longest 13 minutes of my life. It was trash. I'm sorry. It was trash.
I like because like there's a few of the little slice of life ones, like the Toby one and that one, but I
love the Toby one.
You did. I was on my phone most of the time on Toby. You know, it was cute, but I wasn't really paying attention. But I like music, so that's why I like the Rhapsody one, because you know it shows like, again, like not all Jedi are heroes or fighters. Some of them just, you know, dealt different circumstances. So I did like how, you know, this one character chose to be a Jedi in his own way, sort of. So I thought it was cute. That's it. And Jabba the Hutt, you know, slapping his tail down because, you know, enjoying the music was like, okay. I don't think he would do that in real life, but it was cute. It was cute.
It was the only one where I felt like, yeah, this has nothing to do with Star Wars. You're showing me Star Wars characters, but I don't feel it at all, bro.
I get it, because like who was really interested in the whole band and Jabba the Hutt's like entire like story and his people and everything like that. It's not. It's just there just to be a slice of life and just to be like easy, like listening, this sort of thing. It wasn't the full favorite, but it was okay. It was decent. The next following episode, the twins. Like, we know Star Wars. They know how to make a twin story for sure.
Family drama. They can, but I loved it. I love the suits.
They do it from like they're both part of the Sith Academy.
I like that.
They were supposed to be working together and everything, but then the reason why the brother refuses to follow through in the order was just to protect the sister and all that stuff like that. And
it's balance, bro. It's balance.
Yeah. And it
like
gives
they were created of the Force itself. So it's like for them to be so powerful within the Force that they were created just for that purpose. Their purpose is to bring balance, and each of them are each side of that balance. So this is why I love Star Wars, bro. Like we need more stuff like this, and get away from the Skywalkers. I'm bored.
Yeah, we
I
don't
agree.
need we don't need to focus on the Skywalkers. Give us all the other like lore, past stories, everything. You have so much time in history. You could pick any side of the timeline. You could pick whatever characters, just make them interesting. And like, if you want to make them a Jedi, cool, make them a Jedi. Let's see their entire journey. If you want to make them a Sith, all right, cool. What do they want to do as like Siths and stuff? Will they become the Dark Lords? Who knows? What's their journey? Can we see it? Can we actually see like Darth Vader's story animated now or something? Anything? Can we?
We could like
Aren't they
there
I
might be a
definitely
door
would
open
love
for
that.
this.
Are they bringing him in the new Ahsoka show?
Yeah, he
they
is.
said? Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, he is. They bring him back. Yeah, they bring him
The
back.
actor from the
Hayden Christensen, yeah.
Hayden Christian, yeah.
Are we talking about that tomorrow, James? Or
About what? Just the news itself?
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, because that's exciting. I just got back. What do we talk about? Sorry, I'm lost.
Yeah, so we're on episode 3 right now. So
The
episode
twins.
3, the twins. This actually has like one of my favorite shots out of all 9 episodes. It's my favorite shot from Last Jedi, where they use the hyperdrive as pretty much a weapon to like split the destroyer in half.
Yes.
They
Dude,
split the sister in
Yes.
half too.
incredible. Yeah,
Yeah.
dude, just the animation of just the amulet. Dude, it was insane. That was gorgeous.
And it makes sense. This was made by Studio Trigger. So I'm like, alright, cool. Of course, this is a studio that goes above and beyond with crazy light shows type of thing. And yo, when I started this episode, and when it says Studio Trigger, I'm like, I'm about to see some mecha type of shit at the end of the episode, aren't I? And I'm like, by the end of the episode, I'm like, I would not have been shocked if somehow the Star Destroyer, the Starship somehow fused with the twins and became some big type of mechas in space. I would have not been surprised. I'd be like, yeah, all right, cool, Studio Trigger.
Because you know what? Trigger. That's why.
But-
What I will say is, Triggered doesn't do the best with like their background drops. Like, but in this
Oh, yeah.
episode, they went off, and it
But
was
it's
such
not-
nice to see.
But
Well, no,
space.
I know
It's not
no,
hard.
I know.
It's space. It's just stars.
Well, no, it was not just that. Because they did another episode too, and like I was noticing like how
wait.
detailed the
Oh, yeah,
background scenes
Neil
were
Patrick
from what they
Harris
knew.
is the guy. Plays the dub version of him.
Oh, really?
Oh, he
Neil
does?
Patrick Harris. He's Carrie.
Really?
That is cool.
I
Yo,
know that.
So-
Allison Brie is the sister too.
I hear it now. Okay.
Interesting.
Oh my
Okay.
god, that is so
Allison
cool.
Brie has been in a lot of stuff.
I love
like,
her.
Lately. I do
Yeah, I
like her
love her.
acting.
Love her.
But it gave me like, Kill la Kill, like sibling, different ideologies with siblings. And I even her outfit kind of resembled a little bit of what Ryoko's outfit is. Yeah, but like way more badass, and how she utilizes her lightsabers. So I really like the sister a lot, but the brother was equally as cunning and adorable. So I like that episode a lot.
It was very different in episode 3 because I like how in Star Wars it's always some type of sibling with the dark and light, and with this one is like he knew that even though the whole sister was screaming at her the top of her lungs in space, and somehow they were breathing in space, that also had me questioning that too. But
Well, it's the Force. They're that powerful in the Force that they can breathe in space, much like Leia in The Last Jedi. She's so powerful in the Force.
I
that
thought
she can
that.
survive the pressure.
I thought about that, but I'm like, did we get any confirmation from Star Wars lore that that's actually true? Because
Yes.
Yes,
That's exactly what it is. I mean,
Yeah.
it's no different than Luke projecting his body halfway across the universe
True.
to fight Kylo Ren, like, or to like heal yourself, or to
Yeah.
it's no different.
Okay.
It's just your level of power. Well, your level of midichlorians.
a midichlorians.
Yes.
I do.
I love how we say it.
I do
But-
want to say how I love how we always go back to the Earth where what's the name went to? What's the name of that Earth? The gas planet.
Oh,
The sand.
The sand planet, Tatooine.
Yeah, Tatooine.
Yeah, Tatooine,
How, like,
thank
we
you.
all, how like we all that's all like the final like destination for like change.
It's always
like,
there.
How he landed
Yeah,
there.
seeing the twin suns at the end of that episode, bro.
It got me mad hype when I
Yeah.
saw that. Like, are we in the timeline with Obi-Wan? Is he there? But I'm like, yeah, I forgot. These are non-canon episodes. They just want to see what people like to actually make canon episodes of these. But I'm like, twins.
That's the thing, right? There's no reason why they can't be canon because there's some of these that take place like hundreds of
years before.
after the events of a lot of these movies. So it's like they really could be canon, and the universe is so vast.
Thank you.
There's no reason that any of these characters have to interact because the universe is just huge. And again, like some of these are hundreds of years after everything that we know currently. So why not make it canon?
The twins episode is my number 2 out of the 9. Is my number 2 favorite.
Same.
It's too hard. I have like 4 favorites, dude.
Spicy,
Whoa.
did you notice like from the first episode the bandit leader woman was voiced by Lucy Liu?
No
Oh,
shit.
really?
She's
Really?
voiced, yeah, Lucy Liu. Like wait,
I should look
what?
at the cast. I should look at the cast before I watched it.
That's
I
so
didn't-
cool.
Oh
is-
my god! No wonder why I loved her character so much.
It's so cool.
Who's Lucy
Lucy
Liu?
Liu don't. Excuse me? What did you just
Who's
say?
Lucy Liu?
What
Cancel.
did you
I,
Get him off the show.
You're out.
Production?
Who
Get
this
out of
man?
my show.
Can you
Get out of
work
my
in
show.
production?
Get out of
You
my
know who
show.
Lucy Liu is?
Damn, I feel like I'm getting attacked.
You just insulted me, sir.
Oh my god!
Okay, so have you ever seen Charlie's Angels?
Yeah, of
Literally.
course.
She's the Asian one.
Oh shit, that's her.
That's so.
Yes,
Vash,
that's
I'm
Lucy Liu.
disappointed in you.
You were. My
I'm
God.
sorry that I work in production and I have to
Stop
remember voice actors' names and actors and actresses
You
of
failed.
thousands of names.
That's not an excuse. That's not an excuse. You
She
failed.
was literally. Oh my god.
I try my best, all right? There's names that I try to remember, all right? There's some names I
Because
fail.
you
And
work
Lucy
in
Liu is
film,
in front of them.
your brain is supposed to be a mind palace of all. of
I'm
this
trying.
knowledge.
Trust me,
Literally.
there is a lot of new actors I'm trying to find out from current show that I'm like, oh shit, he's the guy from Star Wars I also work with. I can't say who, but yeah, that's hella dope. I saw him 2 days ago, by the way. I really wanted to approach him and ask him about said show, but I'm like, I can't say anything. I can't ask him
So I
because
actually
he
have
can.
5 favorites. 5 of these episodes I love the same, and I can't pick.
All right, we will talk about ranking in a bit.
At the end, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
At then, but episode 3.
Ashton was asking in chat.
Oh, okay. But episode 3, I just want to say my last thoughts about that. Since I wasn't here, twins, the fight of him going with, he reminded me a lot of Skywalker, because when he was talking to his droid, it reminded me a lot of R2D2, like the way they just had, and the way that he seemed like he was a good pilot and everything, and the way he had a conflict between the good side of the force and the bad side of the force, because he knew that like it's not all bad, but he had a dream about this. So I love how it felt very Star Wars lore, but felt very anime like, and I fuck with that, because I heard some people complain that why does the chick have 8 type of lightsabers? I'm like, because
she wants to.
because she's in a mecha suit. And then after that, the person told me like the only person supposed to have that many is General Grievous.
What
But
is
I'm like,
supposed to? If you are a creature that has more arms than 2, and you happen to be a lightsaber wielder, then
you can have as many as you
lightsabers
want. Thank you.
If she's
So-
wearing a mech suit that has extra arms, why not use more lightsabers for more killing power?
That's what I said, because I'm like, wait, so you're telling me,
Supposed to. What does
so I'm
that
like,
mean?
So I'm like, you're telling me General Grievous can have 6 to 8 lightsabers, but a girl in a mech suit can't? I'm like, what's the difference? Like, oh, because General Grievous, I'm like, that makes no sense. Like,
I mean, shit, Grievous is a mech suit, pretty much.
he's
Grievous-
already,
he's
he's
more-
an android.
He's more. Yeah, he's
There's
more
some
android.
live organs in there, but
He's more. He's basically more android than.
yes, I'm being facetious.
But it just makes no sense. Like, but I love the way she was so evil with the Force. Like, she was just so power hungry. But it's crazy because this is from the comics. This is from Legends, where it's not canon anymore. Where there were some babies that were made by the Dark Force just to serve the Dark Force, and to see that storyline kind of being used, I love that, and I'm like,
They
can I
made
get
they
more?
made a video. They made a video game of that.
Yeah.
The Star Wars video games.
AK Star Wars Unleashed, and to see more of that, like, give me more Star Wars lore. This, like, to see this twins fight and to see what the good and the bad, and then to agree with what Spicy said, to see Tatooine at the end, I'm like, it always goes back to the Tatooine. It's always that planet. I feel so bad for that planet. Like, it gets so much shit going at it, but it was so good.
Are we good
Yeah.
to move on to the next one? The Village Bride.
I like
Oh wait,
this one a lot.
you spoke about
This one's-
episode 1 and 2 already?
So
Yeah,
how did you
we-
think we got to 3, Vash?
Yeah. Why did we start at 3?
I just thought, just skip to 3. Can I give my quick thoughts on 1
Oh
then?
my goodness.
So okay, James did not like the number 2, episode 2, the Raspberry, the band.
You didn't like episode 2?
Dog shit.
So was that like out of 9? Is that your number 9?
Oh, 1000%.
That's my number 6. I actually enjoyed it. It was actually cute.
I enjoyed it.
It was
too.
meh.
It was cute.
Okay.
It was cute. I liked it better than Toby.
Yeah, me too. I like it better than Toby.
Soulless monsters. The lot of you.
It's just, to me, I like it because we get more Jabba. You know, we get more of the big fat slime, but we also see that not all
What
Jedi's.
does he do? He
Well,
doesn't do
he-
anything.
Sit back. He had the money. He had the slaves. He has everything. Like he was just.
But it's more is that we see that not all Jedis need to be Jedi. Like, this guy just want to be with his friends and just want to play music around the world. Like, yeah, it's like a slice of life. That's what I felt it like. It was like a slice of life episode in the anime world. That's what I felt it was like.
I give the edge to Toby 1 because this is a being who is not technically alive, but is recognized by the Force as a being, right? So that meant a lot to me, that he was able, that he had so much goodness inside of him that he was able to attain that level. So I love that. Like, just the band stuff, like it just didn't resonate with me, but I get it.
To me, it was cute. I enjoyed it for what it was, and I feel like it could have been much better. But for what it was, just a band episode of friends, just a group of friends, just trying to do what they can and play music around the world, and tell Jabba the Hutt to sponsor them. To me, it was brave.
Now that last part, I was like, really, you're gonna like that? But like, and before that, it was fine. And the whole decorating his lightsaber as a mic, I was like, why would you do that? But other than that, I
wanna
did
share
enjoy
my
it.
music with the world.
I
I
enjoyed
don't care if I get arrested. I don't give a fuck.
Okay.
And he calls us heartless, right, guys?
Right.
He calls us heartless out here.
Next
Shit.
episode.
That's fair.
But I would say my number 1 episode out of my 9 is actually number 1. I just love the noir episode. I love the Sith type of fight, but also him saying, I'm just a wandering pass by, like, not saying that he's a Sith or a Jedi, and him just actually just having the red kyber crystals, like, showing that he's just hunting them, and he's just a friendly person, just chilling, just drinking some tea. Like, I just really fuck with that episode a lot.
Yeah, we were talking about that. We were talking about the fact that it's not so black and white with the Force. It's not just light and
love
dark,
that.
right? You can use those dark emotions, that anger, to do good things. You know, it doesn't have to be that you're a bad person, you're automatically a Sith. So I really liked it.
When I saw him talking and when I saw him fighting, like, he didn't fight with no anger. He just was fighting smooth and he was smarting. And plus, he was
'Cause he
fighting
channeled
smart.
it.
And it reminded me a lot of Ahsoka Tano with her lightsaber, because she didn't believe in the in the good or the bad. She started to believe in the gray, that, like, there's a between the Force, and that's why girl went to the lightsaber. And I love that very much because it reminded me of her. For those that have not watched, go watch Clone Wars, because if you love Ahsoka Tano as a character, her, like, she's technically the main character of Clone Wars, and it's so good. But to see this episode number 1, it's just a newer aspect, but also have it in black and white, and plus this character, but not be black and white, is more of a gray area. It just has so much symbolism. Like, that's an episode I want more story of, maybe more in the future. If Disney wants to do more black and white, I support this because I would love it, because black and white has died over the years. A lot of people don't care for it, but noir is if it's done well, it's amazing. So I really love this episode. Number 1 is my number 1 out of the 9. That's mine.
Yeah, dude, noir is very special, but again, you have to do it right. Like, great example, Sin City, incredible film. The Spirit, dog shit. Both noir movies, one incredible, one ridiculously terrible. So yeah, man, noir. I love noir stuff. Yeah, number 1 is definitely one of my favorites for sure.
Top 5, like top 3, or what? Or you still don't know how to rank it?
Definitely.
He's like struggling.
Top three of my 5 favorites.
Okay. Now we can move on to number 4. Since I gave my thoughts.
Now we can move on to episode 4, the princess.
Yes.
Or the marriage
Yeah.
thing. The village
I
bride.
really loved episode 4, the village bride. Like, for me, this one kind of reminded me of Jedi Fallen Order. Like, she immediately made me think of Cal Kestis, someone who's lost mentors, friends, and have hidden themselves from who they truly are, and then have to find themselves again and realize why they wanted to become a Jedi in the first place, right? She takes that big step, cuts her hair, the Padawan braid, and she is fully a Jedi, fully ready to go on the mission. So yeah, man, this was one of my favorites for sure. Absolutely love this episode.
I love it how there's always the master. The master always tries to bring back his Padawan back to who they were at one point, and knowing that, like, when he noticed that the girl's trying to hide her face, wearing the cloak and everything, it's like girl was trying to hide from her past. And seeing that, it just made me feel like this is such a good episode, because he brought her here on purpose to see these 2 kids at a young age, and she's about to be as a sacrifice just for her village to survive, just for them to live another day. And
I think the world in this episode was really beautiful, because it was like a whole living force of the world. Like,
it
literally,
is.
It
And I love that about the Force.
memories of itself. Like, wait, what? That is sick. Like, a planet that will replay its own favorite memories, and it was about their childhood memories, their parents, and everything like that. It was cool. Again, and then it was like another, like, just wandering Jedi just come in to save the day in the end to kill off the bandits. I mean, most of the time that seems like the most, like, same story that we would see in Star Wars. So it good. It was still good, like, regardless. Like, the sister wanted to rebel, while the other sister is like, just, I'm willing to just sacrifice myself and give up for the village.
It's not shocking, because there's always a rebellion, aka, this is what there's, for Star Wars, there's always some type of rebellion in the Earth, like in set planet or in set in space. Like, there's always people trying to, be free. So I just saw that coming, but to actually see her capturing, aka about to get killed too, and to see her, like, just open her mask off, and then her use of Force, and see how strong she is with the Force too. I'm like, this is amazing. Like, to see her be so good with the Force, I'm like, this is powerful.
Yeah, I agree with Sam. I really like the world of this episode. It was very nice to see, like,
the
how
sunrise and the sunset, everything too.
And just seeing how, like, said, like, the Force mixed in with nature, because it is nature. So seeing that mixed in, how, was really cool. And
you have the whole, like, bandits were just taking its resources away.
Yeah,
and,
like, using the Sith as a way to get up in the and on their planet. So, which I'm pretty sure a lot that happens. Sith ruled for so long, but left their technology. So I liked how they played that into the episode. But it was really pretty. I did like Homegirl was strong. When she finally decided to do something about it. And I like I think didn't her master, like, die? That's just like someone she knows. So I liked how he kind of, like,
like, she just went to visit her master's like hometown.
Yeah. So I like the overall, he said, remembering who you are, and overcoming past traumas, and getting back on track. So I think that was really cool.
And plus, he also said to always find your roots. It's like, I think he said something like, no matter how much you grow, you need to go back to your roots. So like I felt like it was very powerful. Such small lines, but very powerful for you to get something from it.
Cool. Move on to episode 5, the Ninth Jedi. I think this was like definitely one of my tops. This was definitely
another one of my favorites, bro.
Production IG did this one, and wow, okay, it makes so much sense now. This episode alone was great from beginning to end. You have all these like Jedi's coming all together in a meeting, trying to have their own lightsabers and shit. Hey, I was getting there, bro. But of course, like they were just all come in, and somehow there's no more lightsabers, and you have a forger of lightsabers to come in to make everybody a lightsaber. And what was so interesting is the wielder of the Jedi changes the color of this of the saber saber, and it just had to be this enthusiastic boy. It's like, yo, can I do it? Can I wield it? And then it turns blue. Like, yep, okay, that makes sense. Why the other Jedi's did not decide not to wield it? Because if they were to wield it, it would just turn red, and it automatically just alerts everyone like you're a Sith.
But I didn't expect the big tall robot to actually be the person I called them. I'm like, oh,
I did.
Like that. That actually, shocked me. Like, oh,
why would they be there and not do? Why would they wait there with them and not have a purpose? Like it had to be. Come on.
Yeah, like that was really smart. Like it changed the. Like he was smart, knowing that he sent a public transmission around the galaxy, knowing that this was for only Jedi's, but. Public transmission could get hacked. People could find out. AKA these 6 Siths of them found out. And I'm glad that it happened because we also got another purple wielder that's not Samuel Jackson.
And like they explained that because the reason why his saber is purple was because he was thrown off balance from the Jedi side. He was around the Sith for too long and he got brainwashed into becoming a Sith.
Yeah.
But now,
which is interesting.
Yeah, so the reason why Mace Windu's lightsaber is purple is because he also technically somewhat channels
the dark energy,
dark side forces along with the light, and that's why his saber is purple. But he's like the only Jedi that's ever done it, so it's really interesting.
Until now, until this episode,
in the non-canon episode, but I want more of it.
Man, like. One of the most important things for me about this episode was that it showed that not all heroes use lightsabers, right? Mm-hmm. This blacksmith sacrificed his life, what little time he had left, because he knew people were coming for him, to make these lightsabers so that the next generation of Jedi can use them, right? And I love that we didn't really know how many of them were Sith. I was thinking at least 3, right? I was thinking like 3 of them are Sith that are mixed in.
Oh,
but to think that I feel like except one.
Right. And it was just the young boy. Like I came from the message, and I heard, and I'm actually a Jedi, and you could tell like he's definitely a new kid off the block of the Jedi's for sure.
And huge shout out to the girl that actually made it to deliver all of the lightsabers. Like you can tell,
I'm more amazed that
ridiculously powerful in the Force. In the
like she knows how to handle the lightsaber, and they actually
fight very well.
Like, they said like it's colorless because the Force is not fully within you just yet. But once it is, you will have your color.
It's like adolescence, like she was learning how she was practicing it, and then finally she realized when they revealed to her who did they reveal to her who she was?
Girls are saying. So girls are saying a girl. Girl learning why she fights.
I know.
The more she fights, the better she got.
But I really liked her character. She was funny. She was fighting and keeping up. And I loved the reveal of her lightsaber color. I feel like that was a nice little thing. Again, I'm so new to like lightsaber colors, but it was interesting to see like the green sabers being like the most like touched upon in all these episodes, and I think hers was the first one to show, if I'm not mistaken. So it was interesting to see that. I really liked this episode a lot.
The robot knows how to fight too.
Oh, the robot was funny. The robot was like, "I'm on break." She's like, "You only working one here." And he's just like, "Fine, okay. I guess I'll take you."
that kind of felt like some type of realtor job. But like, yo, I'm off the clock.
He's a
But
taxi
then-
driver. Of course, it's gonna be like that.
I'm trying to drink my oil tea and just chill for like 5 minutes.
They said
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I need to bring this upstairs to space. Can you help me? I'm getting
And then
chased
like
by
he
people.
he had the front row seat of watching it fight. Like nice moves.
Yeah, he literally just
You know,
slowly.
slowly giving his commentary like, "Good job, you could survive." So I was like very shocked about that, but overall, enjoyable episode that I'd like to see more of in the future with these characters. And I would not be shocked if the girl becomes like a Jedi much faster than the boy, because she actually
Yeah.
was doing
100%.
very good.
Her lightsaber, her colorless lightsaber turned green,
OD
and
quick.
yeah,
And she also fought 3 of them or 4 of them, while he only fought 1, and he
I
was
don't think
struggling
she-
with that.
Struggling.
she didn't. I think the only one that killed any of the Sith was Juro.
Yeah, it was Jewel, but thing is that,
Yeah.
but then the girl was fighting the other guys.
Yeah, she was
and
handling
Jewel.
herself. Yeah.
Yeah, so the girl was
Yeah,
handling
on the
herself.
ice cover thing. I was like, okay.
But the boy, he was struggling, and I hope that we get more of this one, because he seemed interesting. He seemed like he reminded me a lot of Luke, like trying with the Force, but like
Mhm.
trying to do the best he can, but at the same time he just want to be a Jedi.
She's trying to learn, discover the Force and everything. Yeah.
Because this other kid in episode 8 or 9, he pissed me the fuck off.
But yeah, definitely one of the best. I think this was definitely my top within the top 3.
Dang,
Sure.
dude.
definitely
Yeah,
top
dude.
3.
Oh my god. Okay, so it might be number 3 because like 7 and 8 are like, oh man, god
Oh.
tier episodes, bro.
Yeah,
God
I love-
yeah.
9 is sad too, but that's
Yeah.
that's a whole conversation. But let's talk about this one because it'll be quick. Toby.
Opie.
Yeah, episode 6. I actually quite enjoy this episode. Like I said before, you have this being that was created that is actually loved by the Force, right? Like he's struggling to find his purpose, and the Doctor has given him this purpose to where he can now use the Force, use this new knowledge that he has, all of this technology, to help restore planets throughout the universe. So for me, this one really, really spoke to me. I'm all about what it means to be human, the consciousness, the conscious mind. So it's like, to me, to see Toby 1 like achieve what he achieves in the end, like that really warmed my heart. I really liked it. So
Was
I love this
that
episode.
was that the only one that saw this episode like a anime like Star Wars version of Astro Boy? Cause that's what it felt like. Once
Oh,
I-
yeah,
That's actually that's in my
definitely.
notes. I was like, this episode
Yeah,
is very
his
gave
design-
me a lot of Astro Boy.
His
vibes. I loved it.
personality was like Astro Boy, literally.
It felt so much like Astro Boy. I was like watching him, like this boy is literally Astro Boy because he got his Doctor killed, and then I'm like, I'll have the Doctor dies. 2 minutes later, oh shit, the Doctor dies. Oh damn.
You killed my father. I have to get revenge.
I'm
But
like, but boy, you're the one that got him killed because you was pressing buttons in the ship, and that's literally what happens in the Astro Boy storyline in the movie narrative. So it's like, they literally just copy and paste storyline of character, but just made a Star Wars version of it.
But I mean, as a whole anime studios doing these, these episodes, like the inspiration. I liked how he kind of like how the Doctor set him on a journey to figure out the Force, and then in the end, because I think all Jedi have, especially Padawans, have this curiosity, and we see the good and bad of that. This episode, which I did like when I was watching it. So seeing that, him figuring out like, okay, I know there's a room I'm supposed to go to. I always feel a strong presence there. So him learning to follow the Force, and Doctor was like, yeah, I'm actually really a Jedi. I just didn't tell you because dangerous. And then immediately, danger happened. So I did like that part of the episode. But
I also like what I saw in this episode was the Ghost Force, because we haven't seen that a lot in this episode of Visions, but also in Clone Wars itself. So to actually see Ghost Force and of how the Doctor just spoke to Toby throughout the fight, like saying like, hey, you got this, channel your energy to the Force, just try your best and everything like that, and just to talk to him and just technically motivate him to do what he can. I just love that very much because seeing Ghost Force actually being used and it's not used a lot, so I love that very much.
Moving on.
You have to be really powerful in the Force to become a Force Ghost. So I'm glad that it's not overused, and when it is, you know that they're extremely powerful, that they can still like keep some kind of foothold in a living world through the Force. So really cool.
And plus, to actually have the fucking giant dude / robot, I don't know what the hell he was because he never took off his mask, but he was mad jealous that saying that a robot got the Force and the whole robot got a, it became a Jedi. I'm like, but you sound like a robot too, my guy. So like, what's the difference? But that's just my assumption. So I'm like, why you getting mad? You getting mad salty for no reason.
I think it's more because with Toby, he's more one with the Force because he's powered by a Kyber crystal. And I guess like with the childhood mind, as well as like you're technically are the Force in itself, but with your own conscious mind, your own discovery and everything like that. And it works. It makes sense to me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yo, let's talk about the Elder, man. Let's go.
Man.
The other Studio Trigger episode.
Yeah.
This was a smooth. So this episode reminded me a lot about Dotoro.
Yes, bro.
Yes.
It literally,
Yes.
I'm like, okay, Studio Trigger. Even though this was not made by Studio Mappa, because this looks so much like Dotoro. I'm like, this has the feeling. The score remind me a lot of Dotoro too. So I'm like, okay. And then once the Padawan said it in the ship, saying, are the Sith still alive? I think I could take them. Like, fuck, we're about to fight a strong Sith, aren't we? We're about to fight a strong ass motherfucker. Like, this foreshadowed this. And then once we get to the planet, once this master, because I felt like this episode, I don't know if it was me, but this episode felt like Obi-Wan was a master and the kid was Skywalker. Because this is what it literally felt like.
Just remove the comparison. It's just the difference between an experienced master and an up-and-coming Padawan period.
Oh, yeah.
Right? Because this is someone who's inexperienced, that's never been in a real
fight
with another Force user, and they're anxious, right? Just like anyone else. Like, if you found out you were a Force user, you were training under someone really, really powerful, you would want to get into a fight so that you can test your skills. So I love that we got to see like 3 different generations of like Force users with the Elder and then the Master and then the Padawan. So loved it. Loved the animation was sick. The score sick, man. Like, dude, the Elder, Ashton already said it in chat. Imagine the Elder in his prime. They were both dead, bro. They were dead.
The Master even said it, that when the Padawan asked, hey, if he was in his prime, you could take him. Like, no, he said, if he was in his prime, I would have not beat him. Things would have been differently. And when he said, like, yes, my guy, he was a Sith Lord. He was not a Sith. He was a Sith Lord. For him to have the type of lightning powers and everything, and the way he was just smiling. Once he looked at the Padawan walking down and just smiling, like, and crack his neck, he said he's been itching to fight. It's been so long, like, and when he knew that there's a master here, you knew that you should have run away, my guy. I would have run away. I'll be like, hell nah. But at the same time, when you got the Force, no matter if you run away, this guy could just pull your ass back. So I was like, damn, you fuck.
And another episode with the green lightsaber. It got me really interested in these colors and what they meant, man. I was like, okay, why are we emphasizing? But I liked how his were katanas. His lightsabers were katanas. I think that was nice to see throughout these episodes, what the different variations of how lightsabers look and the uses of different cultures.
Oh,
that was really cool.
Mm-hmm. and plus, Ashton does say it was a black Padawan as well.
Yeah.
So that was very different because
more to come.
We definitely wish some dude in the Star Wars trilogy, aka John Boyega, could have been a
I'm happy.
Padawan. Could have
I'm
been.
happy the Padawan got this experience because it's humbling. It's like, all right, now I
Yeah.
need to recheck my expectations. I need to refocus on my training because if I ever come up against someone like this ever again, I'm dead. Period. So this was really, really educational for him and for the master to put
Yep.
more training into his Padawan. So this
Because
episode was everything to me.
I love what the master said after the duel. He said that he was a strong one. And then when the Padawan said, "Hey, master, can I get strong like that too?" He said, "Yes, with training, of course. But you need to because I'm going to get old and I'm not going to get as strong as I was. You need to be strong than me." And I just love that. It's like the rinse and cycle and repeat going forward. And it's not just in the Jedi way, but it's also in the way of life. So I just love that beautiful message as well.
I did like how you like. 'Cause I think in the ship he was like kind of talking hot shit. He was like, "Yeah," because he's like, "I feel something in the force." Like, "Oh, what is it? Where do you fight?" He was like, "Calm down. Let's look and see what it is first." So I liked how once they got to like the planet, how the Padawan started connecting with the children there, to like kind of like making him observe more and understand like it's not all about fighting. So I did like that in the beginning, but he was talking hot shit. I was like, okay, can't back it up, but.
And plus, I love the old man ship too. The design of that whole black
Yeah.
ship and the wings up like that. I'm like, okay, this remind me
yeah,
a lot of, this remind me a lot of the Darth Vader ship because it was really good. I'm like, okay, are we gonna get more of this? So I was definitely intrigued. Sam, have you said your thoughts on this episode?
I think this was actually within the top three, or as within the top five for sure. With the Elder Fruit, it's very hard to pick.
Yeah,
But this one was
it is.
actually, I would actually pick this one over the Twins. Honestly, for me, I would take this episode over Twins episode.
It was a beautiful message overall. Like the fight was good, the whole lightning behind it, like the whole type of cinematography, like showing like the dark side, like showing the clouds, showing that like there is a dark storm coming and everything. And then when the master, was gonna come and start running, it started to rain, and then to around me, like this just shows that beautiful type of message in storytelling, like the whole background and the foreground, it means something, and that's important.
Moving on, Lop and Ocho.
Oh, that was a sad episode, man.
I loved this
I
episode.
did enjoy this episode.
You didn't?
More siblings.
I did.
Oh, you did. I'm about to say. I thought you
said
did.
I was saying like you said earlier. I love how Star Wars does these family episodes, man. Like
Family drama.
My gosh.
But it was sad as fuck because it's like the girl is a furry, gets adopted, and it's just gets betrayed.
Why do you have to date it like that,
Literally,
bro?
like, you to call her a fairy. Come on.
Okay, Beast Stars, she's a beast woman, a beast
Oh my
child.
goodness.
And it's beautiful because girl gets adopted to the family as well. It was just sad because at the end it's just like, and when the father of the household of the family gave her the lightsaber being passed down from house owner, from household to household generations. And then when the older sister saw it, she just got more crazy. Like, I felt like girl was just going on a spasm mode. Like, I felt like just girl has some type of psychology problems going on there.
Well, it's seeing her family struggle for so long, because you see as kids she was very much, you already saw her being independent, but she still had like a childlikeness to her. But growing up with nothing but war as an older sibling, of course you want to do everything to protect your family, and the only bloodline technically to her father, so she was looking out for her family. But I thought she had like a little bit. She I like how they show like she had saving, but then when she saw the family heirloom, essentially, she literally like turned whole. So
Girl lost it.
It was sad to see, but I liked it because I think that also shows again like how much she really loved her clan, her family. So
and for me it was just like love is more than blood to you. Know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
like that guy raised her, and she was faithful to the very end, right? And I can also empathize with the sister because much like there's a lot of people like her throughout the galaxy, and some of them have even become stormtroopers, death troopers. These are people that just don't see a way out, right? They see the Empire taking over the galaxy. What choice do you have but to get with the program and live a normal life instead of being a rebel and hiding and digging for scraps? So for in her mind, she is doing what's best for her family, because by doing this, she can take care of her family financially. You know what I mean? But it's the wrong choice. So I love the duality. Like, it's a tough choice.
What I love also is that of what you just said, James, that the father didn't even want to adopt her. The father was like he didn't want nothing to do with her, but the sister, I mean his daughter wanted to adopt her, wanted her to be join the family and raise her, and be part of the family, and then the father, after years later, noticed of how great and plus faithful girl was to the house and everything, and that's why he passed it down to her, and that's why it just made it more impactful because she gave all the loyalty to her sister and to the father in the family business and everything, and that's a lot of respect that you can't lose. And I just love also the father and the family was very Japan style as well. So I love how they dress and the way they respect. I just love how the house as well. It was kind of like feudal Japan.
Yeah, it was pretty. And I like this story he told about how it was passed down. How I think it was a Jedi that came and taught them, how to use lightsabers. So having him pass it down to um her, it was kind of like a symbolism, like starting new from the beginning. So I really liked that a lot. It was really cute, and I like the hilt of the lightsaber. It was really really nice.
Uh, I'm good.
Sorry.
Anything? You have something to say for episode 8?
No, I mean, I love this episode, man. Like, I thought the animation was good. Again, I love the duality in the story between these two sisters, and like each of them trying to save their family in completely different ways. And it's like I just love that, you know.
It does. It definitely goes full circle. Like the sister adopts the Ocho, the girl, and then a few years later she just runs away from home, and now your adopted sister needs to bring you back home because it's more like repaying the favor in a way, but it's more like we're still family throughout. I just need to bring you back home.
For me, I agree with what James said. Is because they both, in their eyes, in their own way, was both doing what they seemed right. The younger sister, the Beast, was seeing things that to protect the family, you had to stay strong together and you could fight as one. But the older sister was like, you know what? Let's join the Republic. Let's join. Is the Republic? I'm right. Did she join?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Did she join the Republic? And it was to there was no way out. So I love how like there was no wrong. It was just like who was more right and who was more stronger to fight each other. And it just love this episode because one girl used a lightsaber with the Force, and also I love the lightsabers that had the style of the Raphael blades. I forgot what they're called, but those were dope as well.
Yeah, really cool.
Let's move on to the final episode. Akiri? I think so.
Akakiri.
This one was
This was a really
sad,
really good episode.
but it
so sad.
it was sad, but
It
good.
was sad as fuck.
Another
you want to break our hearts before we leave? Gotcha.
Right? It's like, I
it's-
cool. Like the last three, Elder, alright, cool. We're about to see a Padawan die. Nah, alright, cool. We're Ilabocho, alright, cool. Some sister rivalry. Akari, you know what? Let's save a kingdom. Alright, cool. Nah, let's actually turn this guy who was trying to fight against the dark side, just turn him full evil and not save a kingdom. Like, wait, what?
I
Damn.
like this because this is how they turn people all the time. They use despair to give you what you want, and in turn, you give your life to the dark side. Like, it's
It's
so fucked up,
it sounds
but
like
it happens
Palpatine right
all the
there.
time.
It sounds like
Yeah,
literally what Palpatine did to
yeah.
fucking Skywalker, literally.
They used his fears to corrupt him and used that despair to turn him to the dark side, man. Like,
It was so good, and I really didn't mind the animation. At first, it reminded me of a bit of Rooster Teeth with a bit of Clone Wars, type of mixture of animation style right there. But with the storyline going and the walking, and then those two random dudes kind of singing, it felt very casual. And then once we have this big type of woman being a whole Sith and everything, I'm like, all right, cool. Are we about to beat your ass, or are you about to beat our ass? Cause I don't know. I feel like
It's
we're about to lose here.
it's the Sith women for me all throughout these episodes. Like just BDE energy. I loved it. But I love like the panels of the episode once it gets like darker. Like the more emphasis of red kind of takes over in the end when like the grand reveal comes in and then he finally walks into. I was just like, oh my god, like just classic, Sith, type shit. So I really enjoyed it, and how like her eyes get even like demonized towards the end, like, and it was a sister. It was a sister of the king who like wanted power, and again power hungry. So this episode was really like ruthless. It was very ruthless. So I enjoyed it.
I love the
It takes the
shot.
death. It takes the death of the love of your life in order for you to just switch to anger.
And just seeing his design change from him being a young Jedi to like now was like pretty drastic too.
That was sad because it just showed how time changed, and also it showed that he's been having this kind of permission of this was gonna happen, but he kept fighting it to not join the dark side, to not become a Sith. But he just kept on fighting so long that he just said, "Fuck it, I'm gonna accept it. This is who I am."
well, I mean, I don't think he accepted it at all. I mean, the only thing I think he accepted was the fact that he promised to give himself to this Dark Lord, and he has no other choice because he has to render payment for bringing the girl back to life. So I don't think he accepted it at all, which is even sadder, man, because he has to spend the rest of his days as a Sith apprentice. It's really sad.
I mean,
It just
he was also the person that killed his own lover, so it comes to the point where like you want to bring her
He
back.
didn't know
His
though.
fault.
It-
Oh my
it,
god, that was
it's its own self punishment. It's what he. It's like what he would feel like. This is
never
what he
trust a Sith
deserved.
Lord.
it was
Well,
tough.
being
Yeah,
able to
yeah.
control your emotions is a huge thing. Because remember, in Return of the Jedi, like Luke was close, man. Like Palpatine almost had him because he was killing everyone that he knew and loved. So, like it's really hard. So that's my problem with the Jedi, because they force you to remove emotion. Like it's less controlling your emotions and more like just trying to eliminate them and push them down really deep. Like you have to confront those emotions, deal with them, and use it as power. Like again, yeah.
No, no. I
George Takei was Senshu.
Oh, he's from where are they from?
George Takei, the Star Trek.
Yeah.
You're like,
Uh,
gosh, now, oh boy.
I'm sorry. No, like I'm trying to see his face. I don't know, like the name.
the guy that says, "Oh my."
Oh, see, like I said, like I needed like a face.
That's the best way I can tell.
I also liked how like I can't.
Oh my God.
And I immediately knew. But I like how the episode turned more like a movie towards the end. Like I feel like this was like the most like well animated like finish, I guess. Like because once you get past animation, it gets inherently like better. Like I don't know. Like I really liked the production on this one.
It felt like the ending. It felt like a possibility of a Mulan type of ending if the girl decided to kill the king and actually let things
Because it was the
slide.
music.
It was a music, so it felt like it. And having those type of red background
Yeah.
of the type of kingdom and everything, it felt like it was like Mulan. So I felt like it. So I really love the type of choice of the red background. And it felt like very dread and like you lost. Like it showed that there was no way out. There was no light coming in to save you. So I really love that. Like sad as fuck, but as a nice type of cinematography type of style, beautiful as hell. But
Yeah,
sad
and
as
they
fuck.
they do that kind of stuff in the movies too. So like, yeah, that was a really great call out, Spicy. Like the fact that you can see like the closer he gets to that moment, like the redder the color tones change. Because like when you look at the Force Awakens, there's a lot of scenes where Kylo Ren is legitimately like split between
Good.
light and dark
Yeah.
tones. Same thing in like Return of the Jedi when Luke was struggling between the two, between killing Palpatine and fighting, trying to save Vader. His face was cut between the light and the dark. So I really like that stuff when they use like lighting and your environment to show like what the character is feeling on the inside and their internal struggle. So great shit.
Because in the flashback, that was a whole blue background. Like everything was like blue. So I was like, okay, it's cool.
But I just love how what James said, like that was done on purpose because he was a full fledged positive type of Jedi, but over the time in that flashback just kept turning red and dark. So it showed that he just kept on turning, and I just love that. Like it showed that again with this whole Star Wars vision about the season one, it showed that there's so much potential and within the Jedi's and the Sith, and there's more than a light and dark. There's always a shadow, a gray side, and there's more to it. And just because you're a Sith or just because you have a red type of class, a red,
Cyber crystal.
yeah, thank you. There's more to it. You not have to be a bad guy. You could be actually more to it, to like the first episode. So I really love that very much.
But yeah, what's everybody's score for Star Wars Visions?
Out of 10 or 5?
Let's do 10. So there's 9 episodes. Let's do 10.
Bet. It's a 9 out of 10 for me.
Same. I was thinking
Agree.
about it, I'm like a solid 9. Like like AK, James being heartless on episode 2, and then I guess me being heartless on episode 6. Overall, they were still entertaining just because I didn't click to the storyline, but it was still entertaining. That it was short, a good 12/15 minutes. Still got entertained. I still was having a good time, and that's the most important aspect of it.
The reason why I gave it a 9 is because two's awful to me. To me, 2, there's nothing redeemable. I'll never watch it again. If it never existed, I wouldn't miss it. So that gives it a 9 for me. Like if there were elements that, at least some elements that I did like, I would bump it to a 9.5. But yeah, because I don't like anything like at all about one complete episode, yeah, it gets a 9 for me.
Spicy?
I said 10 out of 10 because I like the lore of everything. Again, like I'm not heavily into Star Wars. I just know like the basics, but I really like the details that they give you in every different story. With like the lightsabers. Like I said, I was really intrigued after that. So I would give it 10 out of 10. Even though I didn't enjoy Toby, but again, I like the lore of it and the whole aspect you said of like the robot being so close, to the forest. I think that was interesting. But yeah, it's a 10 out of 10. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, for me, I give it 9 out of 10. Like, it's just each episode had its own lore. I am a Star Wars fan. I grew up with Star Wars. I grew up with Star Wars: The Clone Wars. I watched Rebels. I read the comics. I read the Legends. I even watched and read of Chewie and his friends in Moon. Legends has some weird shit going on there. For those that want to go read it. They have weird shit there. But to see this anime from Disney and from animation studios from Trigger, and other companies,
Colorado.
Science Saru,
Production IG.
Thank you, Sam, for saying all those. they have done a fantastic job, and I hope they come back for season 2 and actually do a whole storyline of some of these and do make it canon. Like James said, like they could be 100 years later or 100 years before. You could still try to squeeze in the timeline.
They have 3 different eras and millennia that they can actually really touch.
They have thousands of years. AK, if anybody has seen Star Wars movies, it stays a far, far galaxy away. So it literally says in the title, far, far galaxy far away. AK is years.
Yeah.
Fucking apart.
High Republic is hundreds of years before what we've seen in the live.
And I can't wait to get that game.
Like the age of the true age of the Sith before the rule of 2. Like there's so much time.
People forget there was the new rule of 2 is actually kind of recent in the Star Wars lore, so there's more to that. Oh my god, I can't wait to find out more about that in High Republic whenever that comes out. But 9 out of 10. It's solid, not perfect. I wanted more of it, but
it's really good. That's
really enjoyable.
It's good.
Sam,
I was thoroughly entertained. 9 out of 10 actually is a perfect score for it. I really hope they do have a season 2, and I'm hoping from other animated studios will actually be able to be involved as well. I hope Madhouse gets a chance to be able to do even if it's a short. Like this is a short series for episodes, so I feel like they should also have involved into Star Wars on their own. How would they interpret it? What kind of story they want to put into it? I definitely would be interested to see. But for sure, Disney needs to they should definitely have another season for Star Wars Visions. What other Japan's culture studios what do they want to do?
Madhouse Bones.
Oh, Madhouse doing that?
I'm pretty sure they were like, you know what? We were gonna do this anime in this one season, but you know what? We're gonna put all this timing and investment onto our episode of Star Wars Vision, and none of us would complain for everything. We're like, yes, do that. Show me what you got.
I would
love for them to make a Star Wars Vision episode with Star Killer, bro. Why not? Why not? Because
I definitely see it. I can definitely see it.
If they're not canon, Star Killer is not technically canon.
No.
Why not bring him into this like animated universe and just do something crazy?
I just want to see. I don't care if they redo the story. Just bring Sam Witwer character from Star Wars Unleashed and bring him
Star Killer. That's what I just said.
No, I know, but more like what I'm saying, like what I'm talking about is what you just said, but like do a whole season or 2 seasons of it. Bring the full story
from
the game,
series in itself.
like a full series, because
4 seasons.
4 seasons. I don't give a fuck. We could do that, but I want Sam Witwer to voice it again.
Yes.
Don't recast. Sam Witwer did
It's
a
possible.
fucking great job.
It's possible. I mean, he did Sidious. He did Darth Maul in the animated series.
That's
like,
true.
why not? Like,
And I think he'll do fantastic, and I think he'll love the role. Like for him to hear that role come back, and for him to do it again, and to see that there's 2 seasons that got nice announced, and maybe 2 more, and actually have a canon. Like you will get your anime fans, Star Wars fans, all in one, and you will get so much subscribers for this because there's an audience for that. People love Star Wars Unleashed, and Disney. I know you're listening to us. Go and make it.
Billions. Making billions.
And I just can't wait to see
what. Is it
what.
available on PS Now or some shit?
They said soon they will make it, but I'm not sure because it was on PlayStation 3, and I would love to play it again because I never got to beat it because I was stuck in a part and I never got a chance to beat it. So, but I'd love to.
There's a couple parts where it's like, all right, I can't play this anymore tonight, or maybe for the next like 3 days, and I'll come back next week, and then I'll beat it on the first try, and it's like, fuck.
No, there was like one time I was stuck in a bridge or something. I forgot what it was, but I was stuck in a bridge and I could never beat it. And I was just so fucking tired, like fuck this shit. And I just told myself a month, and then a month became a couple months, and then after that, I just never got to play it. But yeah, I just can't wait to see what Disney does with more of the Star Wars animation. What If animation has been doing great, so to see what else they can bring in the next couple of years with animation for their Star Wars and the Marvel stuff, it's just really does bring a smile to my face to know that more storytelling is going to be happening within a Star Wars universe and a Marvel universe, and make it much bigger than what it is. Seems kind of small, but expand it. I'm very excited for it.
Okay, cool.
So,
I
what's
think we
the
can
ranking,
Pardon?
James? I want to ask that ranking from James.
Oh God! Of all of them, or just like my favorite ones?
Oh, I want to see you struggle to pick that.
Oh God. So obviously number 9 is episode 2 for sure. Jesus, this is really hard. Number 8 will be Toby 1. Number 7 would be. Oh no, yeah, no. Number 7 would be. Jesus, this is really difficult because they're really really good. Number 7 would probably be episode 9. 6. The Village Bride. 5. The ninth. No, 5. The Twins.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. That makes sense.
4. Did I say Village Bride already?
Yeah, you did. You didn't say
Okay,
the Elder
so-
yet.
Yeah, because that's way up there. So 4 would be the ninth Jedi. 3
Okay.
would be Lapa and Ocho.
Okay,
Mm,
2 would be the Duel,
makes sense.
okay.
and 1 is the Elder.
Alright. I like that.
Spicy. Anybody else, or I can go if nobody has the list.
I don't have a
can't.
list.
That
I don't
that
have
was
a.
really
I
hard.
don't. I had a rough draft in my Twitter drafts, but I don't think that's accurate because I was like,
Yeah, it might change, but definitely number 1 and number 9 will not move.
I will do mine. So if you guys want to write yours, you can. But I'm gonna do mine. The Duel is number 1. Number 2 is the Elder. Number 3 is Love and Ocho.
Ah, and Ocho. Okay.
Number 4 is the Twins. Number
Okay.
5 is the Ninth Jedi.
Really? So you like the Twins more than the Ninth Jedi?
I just like what Trigger did with it. It's just
Okay.
the spec, the space, and to see
That's fair.
a whole Star Destroyer looking that good. It's like, yo, and also seeing the Star Destroyer combine and having a whole full cannon with a kyber crystal. That's fucking dope. Like that shit could destroy a whole fucking planet. Like that was technically.
I think that was a purpose. That was the
yeah,
whole
like,
entire purpose.
that
for
was a
it.
purpose for it. Number 6, The Village Bride. And number
Okay.
8, no, sorry,
You've
number
got
7. So number 7, Akari. And number 8 is Tatooine Rhapsody or Rapidity. And number 9 is Toby. I'm sorry, Toby. But yeah, you're number 9. Sam, Spicy got a list or nah?
I don't have a list now.
I don't have a list. I don't want to hurt my
Yeah,
brain.
look for my updated list on Twitter because now I want to finalize this.
Sounds like to me we gotta do rewatches.
yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, I'll definitely do a rewatch. of
Because
The
Star Wars
Elder.
Vision
Ooh.
is it's definitely a rewatch. It's rewatchable, like for
Mhm.
sure. So
Love it.
I just love the duel. It's just my boy stopped a fucking lightsaber with the Force. It's just seeing that shit. It's like him literally stopping the whole lightsaber coming down with the Force. Like, I just fuck with that shit heavy. Like, my dude was such a powerful Sith, or just a regular wandering guy.
I mean, sorry to burst your bubble, man, but I feel like that's a pretty basic move for a strong Jedi. Period. Like to like stop like a laser bolt, or like to just like I mean, yes, this was an incredibly powerful Sith that he did it to. I'm just saying, and like
That's
but
what I'm saying.
the move itself, like,
The move itself, yes, it's simple.
but in that moment, I'm
in that
with you,
moment,
which is why it's my number 2.
in that
I'm
moment
with
is
you,
what I'm
bro.
saying. Is like
I'm
it's
with
so dope to see it in like an anime format, but seeing two Siths.
And the umbrella lightsaber thing, I'm like, what the fuck is this? This is like one of the
Bro.
coolest things I've ever seen.
Like, it's not needed. Girl was
It's the
being
mat-
extra
the
as
Matoy.
hell. Girl was being extra
The
as hell.
Matoy lightsaber thing was a cool, nice touch.
Cool as hell, man. I did enjoy that.
Like, it was not needed at all. It was extra. But
It was just a show off. She just
it was
wanted to
such a show off. Like, girl was dead as being like Mary Poppins. She like, yo, what's up? I'm just here dozing off, coming down here with my helicopter type of.
And then it came
I see.
together when she took off the umbrella thing and it came as one, right? If I'm not
Yeah.
mistaken. So I think
But
that was cool and
It was
interesting.
only just powered by one kyber crystal too,
Yeah.
just for the entire thing of it.
And what I found stupid that I saw some comments on the timeline, people saying that thing was stupid and useless. I'm like, have you not seen Star Wars? They have some crazy shit that's not needed to have, but they have it just to show off.
I mean, like weapons are weapons and swords. Like, I think it's there's more like fun designs and fun weapons than just like regular swords and katanas and.
Like, you have to remember, people are different. So it's like beings are different across the universe. Like, my
Yeah.
style is going to be way different from yours. Like, my lightsaber would have a katana hilt,
Oh,
right?
hell
Because
yeah.
that's my style, right? But anyone else could have their own thing, you know? So I like that exploration. It's like, oh, this helicopter, like, umbrella thing works great for me. Great for offense, defense.
By the way, did you guys watch this dub or sub?
Dub.
Dubbed.
I
Yeah,
actually,
Dub.
that's how we knew.
I actually want to watch a sub now.
I don't want to do that to my eyes. I don't want to do it to my eyes.
Just
It looks really
just-
good because it looks really good, and then you have to read the subtitles too with it,
Yeah.
and you are likely to miss something.
True,
Yeah.
but
I
just
watched
because.
it dub because I was taking a bunch of notes and I didn't
Mhm.
want to miss any dialogue looking
Oh,
at
but now,
subtitles.
but now that I have already watched it, I want to watch a dub on the sub just to see those type
Yeah.
of voices and everything, see the actual sub voice and see how it went. See any type of different emotions or see whatever
Because I
happened.
think that last episode would hit differently sub. Because I think it had like a lot of Japan, like the Japanese cinema, like in the music at the end. I feel like
dude,
that would have
sub
been
is
really
just superior, man. Like, there are one-offs where dub is great, but sub is really superior. Like, trying to watch Squid Game dub, I would just rather rip out my eyeballs,
So it's not me then, because
and I would just rather jump off a bridge.
I
There's
think
a lot of there was
so-
a lot of bad translations.
So
with
it's not me then.
Terrible.
All right,
It's
so
god awful, bro.
So quick transition on Squid Game, and I'm stuck on episode 3, but it's because I've been watching on dub and I cannot continue.
Why
And
the
I'm
flirkin' are you watching Squid Game dub?
I'm glad we're having this conversation real quick, because maybe if I switch
watched
it to
it
sub,
dub.
so maybe if I switch to sub, I can actually enjoy
Look,
it.
I'm used. I watch. I'm used.
why
to the-
why do you think that? Why did you think there's no dub version for Parasite? Because the English dub version would not be able to do Parasite justice.
Well, I wanted to easily binge. No, I completely understand that.
Mm.
But and the voice actors treated like it was like an anime. They're over theatric, But I'm used to it because like I've watched some like K dramas that were like that or like whatever. So like it wasn't annoying, yeah, but I got used to it after a while.
Because
Yeah,
for me, you lose out on all the true emotional beats from like the
Yeah.
original like voice actors.
When I heard
the people who were actually on set, like
like when I heard the one girl with the old lady's like voice, I was like, okay, this would
the
have
worst.
this would have been different had I not heard the dub, because the dub was very bad. But like the actual voice, the actual actor's voice, I was like, okay, this would have been a different side to her had I heard it in sub. So I might go back and rewatch it sub, but I just wanted to like binge it quickly because I was doing
Same.
other
So-
things.
I'm happy to hear that. I'm gonna try to watch sub episode 3, and if I like it, I'm gonna just binge it fully and
You're
just
going
see
to
it.
love the sub, dude. It's,
Because
it's
I was
another level.
I was reading the subtitles, and then I was seeing when they speak, and I'm like, this don't make sense. And also, when I heard the dub, and when I heard them speak, like, the words did not match the mouth either. And that bothers me because I work in production, so seeing that, like, I don't know if it's the editing or
Well, I mean,
Or if it's them
it's
speaking-
because it's dub.
Yes,
Because
dub.
Remember, the
But it just don't
original
work.
actors are speaking in Korean, and then people are dubbing it in
And what-
English.
and
But
what-
it just don't work for me.
And what
It
they
just-
do is sometimes they try and rewrite the script to where the words match kind of what the sub is saying. You know, like they kind of match English words to match like how
The
they're
translations
it,
are always terrible.
which messes with it messes with the translation. So
Steve comments just got me like, what?
what did he say?
He said, I just press play and whatever I get.
Oh,
So he could be getting
Steve's
French.
a simple guy.
So he could be getting French, Italian, Russian type of language, and he just continues on life. He just be like, yo,
That
it's
is-
playing, it's
that's a nice
playing.
life to
I
live.
heard the dub immediately switched it to sub because if I had to listen to any more of it, I was gonna throw something.
I watched the first 2 episodes and I was like, I'm gonna just stick it through. And I'm here watching episode 3. I'm like, I'm gonna just go back to watching some more of it and probably watching Teen Wolf and call that day.
The Indian character, his dub voice actor is
Oh.
also god awful. It
Yeah.
ruins everything,
It-
dude.
kind
How
of
are you
racist.
I didn't
watching
like
this?
it. I didn't like it. I was like, I ain't fucking with this. Like,
It was kind
this
of
is-
all
like
terrible.
why did he have that accent? He didn't have to have that. Like I don't know. I was just like he's clearly speaking Japanese, you know, in this. I feel like having that. I don't know. That was just like ooh. That's not...
like it ain't clicked to me out. I was like, this is not that great.
And the old lady's voice was annoying. She was.
Oh my god, the old lady. I mean, sorry. The main character of Squid Game, his dub voice, I was not fucking with either. Like he was, I was,
But his-
but I was pausing so many times. So like, yo, I can't do this. But I'm like, I have to see what's the hype about. And like, I usually am entertained by Japanese, aka Korean drama and stories. But with this, I'm like, why am I not clicking? And when James said the double is horrible, I'm like, wait, probably that's why I'm not enjoying it. Now it just makes me wanna watch it sub and maybe see if I binge that shit within a day after watching the sub. I'm gonna be like, yeah, it was a dub.
I finished the dub in a day. It's to each his own. It's to each
I
his own.
finished the sub in a day. Just watching sub.
Well, let's find out by this weekend. If I watch the sub, we will see and be like, all right, cool. Let's review it on the C-First Villains or the Anime Podcast. Just to knock it out. Cause I'll be like, all right, I watch it sub, and it was actually great.
Yeah, we're gonna do Squid Game at some point on the Careful for Spoilers channel. I'm not
I
sure when.
now have time to rewatch it now, so I have get to do it.
I've seen
now.
the whole thing twice now.
Oh,
It is
twice?
so
Damn.
much
It's still
better
once. I
on
haven't watched.
second-
I haven't done the
second
second time
rewatch.
yet.
Because
neither.
like on first rewatch, it's like, I mean, you see so many things that weren't there before. Like,
What
you
can they
pay
surprise
attention to
you?
more
You're
scenes.
surprised the first time. Second time, you after hearing all the Easter eggs and secrets, and then you just
You
notice
appreciate it more.
You
Mhm.
appreciate more. You notice the other stuff too, and you kind of you discover yourself is okay. That Easter egg, that theory did not make sense. This theory makes sense. This is definitely for sure is right. I can't agree with this one. You can have a whole another new conversation rewatching anything again over like it's a different experience for sure. And I'm just waiting for Vash to he apparently said he's almost finished after only watching just 2 full episodes.
Well, it's because of dub. I didn't click, so it's weird that me trying to binge, it was just slowing me down. But I'm gonna check out the sub tomorrow, and I'll let you guys know that if the sub I actually watch a full episode without pausing so many times and feeling like I was bored. I don't know why the hell I was feeling like that, but now it makes sense.
Because
That's
you're
possibly-
listening to voices that don't match the story or the characters in any way, shape, or form, bro. Like it's crazy.
What's DP? What's DP? Steve, what does that stand for?
Sam,
K drama, spicy.
I've
K-drama.
watched
You've seen DP.
I've watched almost every K drama on Netflix. So
DP.
what is?
I
What's the name
don't
of
know.
it?
I don't know that. I don't know.
Yeah, Steve, what's the full name?
Yeah,
with DP, I just know that code word for in production means said person is a director of photography, aka the cinematography. That's the only thing I know about. But on Netflix wise, I don't know.
I don't know because I've
I'll
watched
leave
a
that one alone.
lot.
I mean, there's a lot of Korean dramas that I've not watched on Netflix yet. I haven't
I've
watched.
watched damn near every
Oh,
one
so
of
it's
them.
it's literally a K drama series called DP.
Oh, then no,
Oh,
I don't
what's
remember.
it?
Literally, it doesn't
What's it
stand for anything.
about?
It's just DP. A young private's assignment to capture army deserters reveals the painful reality endured by each enlistee during his. Yeah, this is very vague.
Oh,
It
I
doesn't
have.
really. It doesn't
Oh,
really tell me anything.
okay. I've seen the like the key visual for it, but I haven't watched it.
Deserter
I'll put
police.
that.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
okay. I'll
It
put it on
says
my
it right there.
list.
But yeah,
Hey.
on IMDb it's just DP. Okay, cool. Yeah, I'll put it on my list too. I would love to check it out.
And the one thing I've been seeing so much promoted on my IG is a Michael Bay film about the ambulance.
We're not talking about that.
I've been seeing promoted so many times on my IG. I'm like, yo, all right,
gonna
I'm
be dog
interested in
shit.
it. I'm like, all right,
It's
cool,
gonna
I'm
be dog
interested in
shit.
it. Yo, James. just
Did
have
you like
faith.
Six Underground?
Still haven't seen it. Wait, is that the one? Wait, is that the one that you and me both hated it because it was bad?
With Ryan Reynolds on
Yes. Yes.
Dude, it looks like it's the same movie, but a heist. It's the same shit.
I remember.
Don't be fooled by the trailer again.
I remember,
Michael Bay
James,
is
you
a
and me were hyped
god
for
at
that.
making trailers.
You and
He
me
is
said-
god at making trailers.
You and me
Do
said,
not
let's
fall
review
for it.
this.
It's going to be terrible.
I do
Just
not.
because Yaya's in it, just because Jake Gyllenhaal's in it, it's still going to be dog shit. Stop.
I remember, yo, Spicy Sam. I remember James hit me up a week before, like, yo, let's review this film. It looks dope. When me and James saw it the same night, we text each other. We said, so we're still gonna review it. Like, yo, James, to be honest, I
No.
hated the
Do we
film.
have to?
And James was like, all right, cool, me too. All right, so let's not do it. Like, yeah, cool, let's not do it. That shit was so bad.
One of the worst movies I've ever seen. And
I was
I've
like-
seen a lot.
I was like watching like 20, 40 minutes. I had to literally grab a whole blunt just to actually sit fully watching it. I'm like, this ain't good. This
This
ain't
is what
good.
happens when you don't have an executive producer to rein the director in. Hey, Michael, this is way too much slow-mo. This is
So
way too
much
much
slow-mo.
of all of this.
Yo, Spice,
It's like,
there's a slow mo almost every 5 minutes. Every 5 minutes.
Dang.
Slow mo.
what do you mean every
How
2 minutes?
how long is the movie then?
I don't
Right?
remember. I don't remember. Hold on, let me check.
It's a little over 2 hours, I believe. And then they play the
So-
same soundtrack music like 3 or 4 times throughout the whole movie.
Oh, I
And
forgot.
it never fits.
I
All
forgot.
of
That's
the music,
why.
none of it fits. It's pretty. Like, it's pretty because
Yikes.
that's what Michael Bay does, but it's awful. The soundtrack's awful. Everyone's like over exaggerated. It's just like, oh, we're cool. Let's just say fuck every 3 seconds. It's real bad.
Okay.
It's real
Spice.
bad.
Yikes.
It was
Okay.
2 hours and 8 minutes.
What is this movie? What is
So
this
that
movie?
all that
Six
because it's
Underground.
Underground.
So it's supposed to be. So it's all that's gonna be
Oh.
condensed within like an hour and a half or something.
And the
like that.
budget is 150 million.
Damn.
Because it's Michael Bay, and Michael Bay
Yeah.
makes spectacles, but they're usually terrible movies. It is what it is, but they
It
make
ha-
money. So
It has a 4.2. It has the 36 Rotten Tomato, a 6.1 IMDb, and a 3.5.
60% audience rating, despicable. This movie is awful.
Somebody gave it a 5-star. Fanta.
Of
What
course they did.
What the fuck is this word? Fantabulously. What the fuck? Amazing. Best describes the overall movie theme and storyline. This project seems to be one of the finest Netflix original movies made so far.
Oh my god.
Action-packed chasing sequence, mind-blowing explosion visuals, stunning cinematography, over the top. Oh my god, I don't want to read
gave
anymore.
This movie a
I don't wanna-
half star on Letterboxd, bro. A half star. This movie's dog shit. Sure, the cinematography is pretty. It really is. It's a pretty movie, but the plot's terrible. The characters have zero characterization. It's an awful, terrible, awful Michael Bay movie.
Yeah, some people
Awful,
give it
awful,
5
awful.
stars, 4 stars, 3 stars. Okay, finally 1 star. Oh my god, this film.
And these are the type of people that would say, "Oh, you just don't like dumb fun movies. Everything has to be an Oscar film." No. Batman and Robin is one of my favorite movies of all time.
And
I
that was
love
dog
dog
shit.
shit.
And
I
that's
can
guilty
sit back
pleasure.
and just have fun with a movie. This movie's not fun. It's just terrible.
That one is definitely dog shit. Damn, I remember that.
I love
Wow.
it. It's so terrible. It's awesome. Because if you go in just looking like, oh, this is just like, it's a Batman parody movie,
Oh
right?
yeah.
If you look at it
Yeah.
that way, it should get an Oscar for Best Picture, in my opinion.
You say that with confidence. I see that.
I do. It's that terrible that if it meant to be a parody, it should get an Oscar for it because it was the greatest Batman parody I've ever seen. Why does Batman need a credit card? I don't know. Because someone thought it was funny. Moving on.
I would love for us to review that on the Seafirst Villains, and I know it would
Please.
just be a comedy show.
Oh,
I
I'm
know
gonna have
be
the time of my life.
Wait, wasn't Ryan Reynolds a Robin in one of the Batman movies?
No, he wasn't. That was
Oh,
Chris
no.
O'Donnell.
Or what-
That was
Okay,
Chris. I'm about
Jesus.
to say
Well, like the
Ryan
cop that walked in,
Gosling.
who was a cop that walked into like the Bat Cave and at the end of the one with wasn't I forgot that Batman film, but it was a cop. He walked in the Bat Cave and he had like he saw
Oh,
like the
Joseph
Robin.
Gordon-Levitt.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
He
him.
saw- He
that
saw
was
the
Dick
Robin
Grayson.
outfit. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah. He was playing. Sorry, Richard Grayson. He was playing.
Oh, after we watched that
Was
movie,
he,
I barely
though?
remember.
What was his name in that movie?
Yeah, I
don't
think his name was completely different, right?
Yeah.
Something else.
Wasn't it
I think
Richard?
He was supposed to be the next Batman, though.
Yeah, because
Oh.
wasn't he
Because
supposed
Nolan's
to play?
whole thing was that Batman could be anybody. Batman is a symbol, and
Okay.
he was just going to be the next symbol.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm trying to look it up. I'm trying to see if I can find what this guy's name is.
So while James does that quick research, I was gonna say is, for those that don't know, My Hero Academia World Heroes Rising is coming out within today, on the EST, aka
We're
Friday.
just mixing titles.
Within like what? Yeah.
Wait, isn't it called World Heroes Rising, something like that? No,
World
World Heroes
Heroes
Mission.
Mission.
World Heroes Mission. World Heroes
I think,
Mission.
I think you had 1, 2, and 3 movie all together. With
Yeah.
this one movie. I mean, I'm all
All of
down.
them.
I'm all down for a triple
Yeah.
feature, but like, I'm totally down for a triple feature. But
Joseph Gordon-Levitt's name was Robin Blake. That's what it was. It was Robin Blake.
Maybe that's why I thought he
Tim
was Robin
Drake
because
and-
his name was Robin. Like
I just
get out of
remember.
here.
Are you sure?
are we sure it's not a Batman parody?
You sure? Because I
I was
remember.
in with Bane,
Because-
right?
I remember when the clerk asked him, "What's your real name?" and he said it was Richard something.
He
I
said
don't
he's
know.
adopted.
I
He
can't
did say he was
remember.
adopted, right?
Yeah.
He said they changed this. He said his family changed his name or some shit like that.
Yeah.
Again, I barely remember this movie.
Someone
I
in
just-
chat will correct us at some point.
Yo, I remember it was like Richard something.
I think he was at a bank somewhere, and they're like, "Oh, your name is this."
Yeah.
He's like, "Oh, that's the name that I'm adopted," as if to like they're combining all of like the Robins or some shit together into this one character.
Middle name is Tim.
Yeah.
First
my
name
name
Robin, middle name is Tim. My second middle name is Damien, and my last name is
You know,
Drake.
my name
Like,
is
Jason.
My name is.
but my birth name was I don't know, like just add some Stephanie Brown. All Robins in there because it's like I was like, what the f- is this?
And but the last name is Gordon.
I mean, Google says John Blake, but I don't remember it being John Blake. I remember them saying.
I remember them saying something with an R.
Now I don't remember. Now I need to go rewatch. The
Well,
Dark Knight
guys,
Rises.
we will tell you the correct information on tomorrow intro show of the Seafirst Villains, and we will say who was right.
Yes.
We will start the show by saying Robin's name in the Batman trilogy film with Christopher Nolan was actually Richard. That's what it was. But yeah, so I was saying, My Hero Academia World Heroes Mission comes out this
There you
weekend,
go.
and we will be reviewing it next week. As a review, we might have a guest, so we'll do our best to have said guest. And I'm excited. Myself, Sam, and James have movie tickets for this Saturday. So for those that are going to be watching it, let us know down in the comments down below.
Let us know if you want to watch it. If you're watching it sub, dub, or both. Let us know your thoughts. We want to see what you guys think of. the
Yeah.
new
It
My
is.
Hero
It is
Academia movie.
Robin. Yeah, I was right. It's Robin.
Okay.
Yeah.
His name is Robin Blake. Yeah, I'm looking at it right now. Actually, I pulled it up.
Blake.
You should use your legal name, Robin. Fuck out of here.
So I remember that. So I was like, what?
I would have been better if it was Richard Blake or something. Like, cool, because it
He's
makes
the
sense
boy
for
one?
Dick Grayson, Richard or something. But Robin Blake, that's too on the nose. But
Well,
I guess.
It's way on the nose. But he wanted to pay homage to another Robin, which is,
Which is, I mean, okay.
But yeah,
Anyway.
like you said, Spicy, it was a couple different Robins.
Moving on.
All into one that he
Yeah.
wanted to make into Batman. But yeah, moving on.
My Hero Academia World Series Rising. For the last thoughts of to end the show, is anybody excited for the movie? Anybody expectation? Because I know we said behind the scenes that we just hope for the villain to be good.
Yeah, that's all I want. I haven't seen any extra footage besides like the first teaser. I haven't
Same.
even seen like the full trailer. I'm going in completely dark. I don't want to know anything. I don't want to see anything. I just want to go in. It's My Hero. I know I'm gonna love it as
Yeah.
long as it's not the dub for My Hero. Sorry, Ryan.
I wanna see these costumes that they've been promoting out there. Don't let it last for fucking 2 minutes like do it all the fucking time with
You know
nice
it is.
promotions. Let it last at least for the last end of the movie or at least 5 minutes. Don't just have these costumes and then after that they just take it off after they arrive somewhere and boom, that's it. I'm like, nah. Don't do that to me.
It looks like it's camouflage outfit, so it's not gonna be for long. don't think it is.
I hope. And also
they're
Crunchyroll
matching black.
or Uniqlo sell these costumes, sell these sweaters. I will buy them. Just don't make it like $300.
I feel like with Uniqlo, they make it too, like they would definitely go for the simpler design. If it's like these suits and everything, you're gonna have to look for someone who's willing to do the design themselves and to
Cool.
like, have the whole everything closed.
You know what? There's a good brand called Hypelands, to sponsor or aka work with them. So Crunchyroll, if you wanna work with somebody, Hypeland, they will make your shit and make it look good. So like, Sam is about to pop up. We're not sponsored by Hypeland for those that are asking for a code and out there. But if you wanna ask them, let them know. Right there, Sam is being your model right now. So, if Sam could just get, put it on, little walk around, nice little runway.
They did work with the boys. No, Invincible. They did.
Oh, really? They did?
Little collab with Invincible. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, nice. That's dope. So, but that's my expectation. I just want to actually see those suits be there longer than it is. And I can't wait to see how these characters like Deku gets framed as a villain in the news report. Because I'm like, okay, how the fuck are you going to do
Very
with this?
Spider-Man.
So it's
Very
like,
Spider-
it was like very Peter Parker like. And 3, my last expectation is I want to see what powers we'll see of Deku in this movie, aka Black Whip, other stuff. Don't want to say too much in case there's anime watchers only that's watching the show, but I'm very excited for that overall.
I mean,
I think that'll be something similar to the manga where it's like, oh, someone attacked somewhere that had multiple quirks, and then someone noticed that Deku had multiple quirks. And it's like, oh, it's the kid.
They did
Probably.
it in
I have no idea.
They did it in the last movie where he's like, this kid has
could do
more than one ability. And then they move on.
they get to the whole ship shape thing and all that stuff too. And then
But what I will say is, we are seeing more heroes across the globe, which I think is parallel to what's happening right
Yes.
now in the manga.
I saw that and I'm like,
I think some of them are even like copies from the manga into the movie. So
that's
I think
why
that's
I'm
gonna be
curious to see
interesting
some character
I
with
really,
American
yeah.
symbol. That's what
Yes,
I'm
I
like.
really hope we get to see America's #1 hero because
with 6
yeah,
tucks.
Yeah.
That's what I'm curious to see. Are we gonna see some foreshadowings of other characters that we see from this movie coming into the manga later on? That's what I'm curious to see about
We
as well.
saw that
Because
with her character in the first movie when she was
Uh-huh.
a kid. So.
so Spicy knows what I'm talking about. So I'm curious to see that if he's gonna do that again once more. So I hope to see what Hori brings. And is Bakugo gonna get the one for all again one more time? Is he about to
No,
go plus
please.
ultra?
Don't Avatar with the freaking. That ending was like.
Come
it
on, that
cool,
shit was
but the
mad
ending
fun.
was
Not a fan.
very. The ending
Yeah,
was very like Legend of Korra.
Visually,
I think
it
whole-
was cool, but
Yes.
story-wise, I thought it
It-
was really lame.
It didn't. it didn't like last in his blood cells long enough for it to manifest. And I'm just like, okay.
Because One for All is evolving and yada yada.
And then the
And it
heroes
didn't
came
accept
out.
it. It didn't accept one another. It was only staying with Deku. You gotta,
Nana came out and took it out and bestowed it back onto Deku like freaking Korra and Aang. Like, oh my god, this is so. But I'm excited for the movie. I haven't bought my ticket yet. I might watch it next week or whenever it comes back out. But it looks interesting. So I'm excited to see what it'll be about.
Yeah, chat. Let us know who's gonna watch it. Let us know if you're excited. Sub or dub. We're not, this is not Squid Game out here. So if you're gonna support this dub, we support you. If you watch the sub, we support you there too. But how we feeling? We good?
Yeah, man.
Good.
Great episode.
Yeah, it's definitely fun. Sam, take us home.
Spicy, James, can you give us your plugs?
Spicy first.
Yeah, what's up, y'all? It's your girl, Spicy Lady. Find me on YouTube, SpicyLadyTalks. Find me on Twitch, SpicyLady Gaming. I'm going live tomorrow night. Hopefully, I will. Just joking. At 8:30. And catch me again Saturday, on Friday, Saturdays consistently. Also, check out me on Twitter, SpicyLadyENT, and Instagram, SpicyLady Entertainment. Also, check out the guys here. Subscribe on Anime Lately Podcast. I have fun with you guys all the time. And yeah.
Yeah, you guys can follow me all over social media at JB Exclusive and at C4 Spoilers. We are doing a lot of Halloween content for you guys this month. We've been doing 31 Days of Halloween. Today's choice was my pick, which was The Night House, one of the most unique horror movies that I've seen in a long time. So if you're a horror fan and you haven't seen it, definitely check that out. I also just released another article today, just like breaking down my picks for the top 10 scariest movie monsters. Just drop that link in the chat. So check that out. Again, if you're a horror fan, if you like scary movie monsters, check out that list. And let me know if I missed out on a creature that you really love. Leave me a comment. Let me know on Twitter. But yeah, check us out tomorrow. Open up a second tab while you're watching Spicy on Twitch. Watch Villains on YouTube. We're going to be talking about Young Justice episode 4. We're going to have some news and some comic book recommendations. So it's going to be a fun time.
And also, we're going to be talking about if Kevin Feige dead as one of the whole Avengers team dead. Because I can't wait to talk about that, because that's a full conversation I'm excited for. And
yeah,
and plus segment for myself. I'm going to be on C4's Villains. Guess what? For the next 4 weeks on the whole show.
Finally.
Not at work. So yeah, I miss a whole what if episode for 9 weeks. But guess what? I'm here. Not gonna be on Hawkeye, maybe, but I will at least be here to cover Young Justice. So this is fun. I might at least be here on some coverage. So I'm damn excited for that. And glad for you guys to be here. Glad to be on the show on the Anime Podcast. And we talked about Star Wars Visions. We had a good time. I had a fucking great time. Hopefully the panel, the chat, everyone had a great time here. Follow me at Legend Vash. And I might be streaming on Halloween night or afternoon. Not for what, but I know it will be a Halloween.
Are we already streaming for Shonen Ronin?
Yes, but I'm talking about myself, meaning doing something Halloween-ish. Something scary, because I did promise that on the C4's villain side, I would be doing a Halloween game, and I want to still try to do that on the Halloween day itself. And I'm going to have a costume as well, and I'm going to get my face painted and makeup on, so I'm like, fucking why not? So I'm gonna do that, so that'll be a lot of fun. And other than that, check out Shonen Ronin. We're gonna be dressed up as costumes. James won't be there, sadly. He'll be there in spirit, but Spicy, myself, Sam is gonna be dressed up. I don't know what he will be dressed up as. Maybe he will be John Wick, Sue and Tai, Sue and Tai, John Wick, just draw a little blood on you, and that's it. Just call it a day, right, Sam? Here's a segue.
I mean, you don't want us to follow you on Twitter? No, nothing?
I did say that like 2 times.
Oh, you did?
Throughout my little monologue.
Oh, you don't want to do another one? Okay, sure. Thank you guys. Thank you guys for been listening. This is Sam the Manga Man, and you've been listening to the Anime Lately Podcast. You can always follow me on all my social medias of Sam the Manga Man. Thank you guys for listening. Have a good night. Peace.
Are you going to stream on Halloween? People's asking.
I might actually do a game. I might do Inscription. A game that indie game that everybody's been playing, and it's like a very creepy card game kind of thing that I've been very addicted to. So I probably might do that.
Sounds like fun. All right, guys. Bye. And pancakes with cheese.
Ew. Abe, you know what to do.